Hey, Tan45. Thanks for patiently waiting, good sir. Hey, Fallen Child. How's it going, man? Hey, Marco Polo. I'm with you, Regis. Thanks, Andrew. Appreciate it, man. Hey, Blue Flames. Do you think you're gonna hit Legend? I still don't know. I got really close yesterday and tanked it a little bit. So maybe if I do, it's probably gonna be late Friday night on the 30th. If I have, well, we're gonna see what happens this morning, right? Like I'm gonna try today. We're gonna play ranked right now, and then if it's going well, I'll play ranked the whole stream. If it's not going super well, if we're not gaining a lot of stars, like if we're not rank 1 by 8:30 or so, which is like an hour and a half from now, I'm going to start an arena run. I mean, I hope we can climb, and maybe, who knows, it's possible to hit Legend this morning if we really go on a good streak. But if not, we'll play some arena too, because I don't want to get stuck too much just playing ranked. If it's going really poorly, we'll switch to arena sooner. But anyway, if I do hit Legend this month, it'll have to be, because I'm not. I mean, I might have time on stream tomorrow too. We'll just see where we're at. I don't know. But if I don't do it on stream Wednesday and Thursday, I'm just not going to have a ton of spare time. I actually have, unfortunately, a pretty busy work week this week, so I've been staying up to do some work to get ahead a little bit. So who knows? Hey, Apostolos, thanks for the kind words. Thanks. Welcome, Wilson. Yep, early stream. First time catching the Spicy Beard Man live. Thanks, Crap Marine. Regis, I just got so goth and I wanted to ask what's the best way to use it. I don't know that there's a best way necessarily. Probably in like a big druid, as it would be called. Google like big druid deck list and there you go. Hey Solaris, hey X's. 10 games in a row is all you need. Yeah, it's possible. I was at rank 1 3 stars last night, so what does that tell you? I did not have a good streak after that. Clearly, I finished the night on a pretty bad run, which happens from time to time. That's how it works, right? You win 5 in a row, you lose 5 in a row, that kind of stuff. It happens. Should I disenchant my Genzo or Hemmet? Hemmet seems less playable to me. I mean, he's popped up a couple times, but Genzo is actually somewhat sort of halfway common in like Token Druid, and seems like it does a specific thing for aggro decks, so maybe Genzo is better. I don't think either are particularly good though, so you could get by without either one, honestly. Alright guys, let's go ahead and get started. It's been a couple minutes here. Since we're just playing ranked, I think we can go ahead and jump right in. So, Zarek83 just tweeted at me. I'm not going to look at it on stream, but I'm happy to look at it afterwards if you send me a tweet. I'll let you know what I think. Regis, what's your opinion on the Mage Quest? I think it's really cool. I think it's fun. It's actually halfway decent too, honestly. Like it's a decent card. It's not crazy good like everybody thought probably right away, but there are some viable decks that use it. Giants Mage is good. Exodia Mage can be okay. I think as we get a bigger card pool in the next couple expansions in this standard format rotation, I think by the end of it, it might be overpowered. But it just depends on what cards get printed, right? Oh, this is just garbage hand. Ugh. Garbage mulligan into a garbage hand. It just got worse. I hope to God this guy's not token, but I mean, even if he's Jade, I think we're too slow to pressure him into a win. Fledgling? Oh, Jade Blossom, okay. Well, this is still just garbage. I mean, Tyrion's pretty good against Jade, but I think we're going to be too slow here to really accomplish anything. We wanted to get off to a fast start. I don't know how we have 6 1-drops. We have 10 cards here in the, you know, this little package in the 1 and 2 drop range that we didn't hit any of. We can do this stuff later. We'll just Stonehill for now. This is not even the list I thought I was running. I wanted to be running a different list. I need to check my deck list. I wanted to run a faster version. Dread Corsair is actually pretty sick with Rallying Blade, since that Stonehill was the worst Stonehill in Paladin history. But I want to run a different list. I pulled a list online. This is one I tweaked a little bit, but I don't know that it's perfect right now. If you get really desperate, you can play Pirates. Yeah, I don't mind bringing up with Pirates at all, by the way. I do not have a problem with that. So that would certainly be a thing I would consider. I'm trying to decide whether hitting face here makes sense or not, right? Like, we don't have a great turn 5 play. I don't know what we're going to do. If we hit a 2-drop finally, we can probably, like, War Leader or just Cold Light 2-drop. I think I'm going to go face just because I want to move through these weapon charges, and I don't anticipate hitting anything. I guess if he does play Behemoth, I can hit it. We'll hold the charge. There's no rush, I suppose. We're not too Tyrion yet. We don't have another weapon in hand, so we'll see. England is a town, not a city, bro. England's not even really a town. England is I guess what we would call a state here in the U.S., essentially. It's not really a state, but that's kind of what we would call it. Alright, I guess we'll just go Warlocks. It's early. Go Murlocs here and hope these can stick, and maybe we can hit a big... maybe we can hit a big Spike Ridge or just a Cold Light Seer. Like second War Leader into Cold Light would be the best possible draw if all this stuff lives. If not, maybe we can Spike Ridge something here. These things can be a little difficult for Druid to kill. Like, Swipe's pretty good. Swipe Hero Power, though, doesn't get to the Tidecaller, so it might live. Just playing a minion here is not going to accomplish much for him if that's what he wants to do. Like, Jade Behemoth's not that good. Wrath is a good start. Wrath Swipe now is still about the same. We'll just Spike Ridge anything that lives here. Probably, honestly, the Tidecaller, since we know that we have a buff for it in the future anyway, and it's the kind of thing that he may not be able to remove. Oof, do we rather play Finja, though, to get Finja rolling, or not? I don't think so. I think we want to play on curve. We have, like, Curator into Tyrion, so we don't really need the Finja line right now. We can basically just go this route and apply a ton of pressure. We might Finja Hero Power if it looks like we don't need a Curator, but getting the Megasaur off Curator can go a long way, so we'll see. What time is it where you're at? It's about 7:07 a.m. and it's early for me. I actually got up super early this morning. Like, super duper early. I've been up for a few hours, so I'm actually a little more chipper than normal for this early of a morning for me. Honestly, Finja into Vile Fin's not terrible. We don't have a great way to move through this thing, is the problem. Curator, though, hits me the Megasaur and a Primordial Drake. And the way the math is lining up on these trades, Primordial Drake might look pretty good, but we can also just buff our Tidecaller and kill this in one hit is what's really appealing. And this goes down to 5. He trades in here. It's dead. We get the 2/6 back. A Swipe is pretty good for helping him clean up, but Finja reloading the board into Cold Light Seer is actually pretty intriguing. So let's try this, just mainly to set up the clear here. We could trade into this guy, but to play around swipe value a little bit, but I need a minion on the board for Finja to work. So I think I'm just gonna go face. If we could kill the 5 attack one, I definitely would, but we can't, so it's very debatable. I guess he's gonna play minions regardless. Let's just clear the board a little bit for swipe. That thing just dies too easily to hero power or swipe, so let's get some value off that 3 attack, right? With Tyrion coming down, like, all this other stuff sticking. We still need to kill the dude, though, is the problem. That's one thing I definitely want to do. Pack opening waiting room. No packs today. I opened packs last time, so. England is a country. Well, I mean, I guess they might call it a country, but if it's a part of the United Kingdom, it's essentially what it would be one of the states to us. Like, we call it a state, right? Like, we're the United States, that's the United Kingdom. They have, what, England, Wales, Scotland, Northern Ireland? Is that the 4? Is there 4? England, Wales, Scotland, Northern Ireland, I think. I'm not an expert, obviously, but I think that's the best way to talk about it. just going to trade this one in because it doesn't do much for us. We can't get the kill for Finja, so we kind of have to hold Finja for now. But still Finja into Cold Light Seer. Yeah, I think it's called... They're probably called countries, right? Because they were all their own little independent countries. So, yes, Solaris, I think you're right. The way we would talk about it here in the U.S. is as a state. So you're trying to draw a corollary. Hey, Regis, what have I missed? Not much, man. Just the first game. This is the first game. Jade Druid, so it's... We're going to have some trouble here, I think. But we'll see. We can make some plays. He's still sort of denying my Finja a little bit here. Blessing of Kings would help. But we don't have that yet, so... Ooh, he's taking 6 damage to pop that Divine Shield. Holy crap, dude. That is a move, bro. I love it. He must have some Earthen Scales and stuff, or I don't think he'd ever do that. I can't Primordial Drake at all because my Finja dies. I can't set up a Finja kill very easily here. We can Grimscale Chum, Hero Power. Cold Light is 1 line, that's 6 mana. Doesn't feel great. We could just Curator into a Megasaur, and I guess we drew both Drakes, so... No Drakes. Or we only run 1 Drake, so no Drake. We just get a Megasaur and a Murloc. If we got Murloc War Leader, we couldn't play it yet, but I still think it's fine to just load up the board a little more. Kill that Drake, Hero Power. We maybe even play the Grimscale here just for bodies. Let's see what Murloc we get. Hydrologist actually is probably just strictly better than Hero Power. I really wish we had the mana to set up like a Getaway Kodo. We're still going to Kodo because we need the bodies, but it's not going to be on our high value tier either. I hope you lose, to be honest, because Jade Druid is my favorite deck. Shame on you, Tan45. I hate Jade Druid. England has states inside of itself called counties. Yeah, we do the same thing here with our states. Our states have counties, right? So just different names for the same kinds of things. That's probably game, honestly. I don't think you can beat that. It's really annoying, too, to be frank. Really, really annoying. So I guess we go full Murloc here and try to do something crazy. Although I don't know how. What do we have? 10 mana. 1, 2, 5, 9. I just don't see a path to victory here at all. Do we want to, Hey, Sharp Brain! Thanks for the 100 bits, dude! Appreciate it! That's a new name around here, too, I think, so welcome if you're new around these parts. I think we want to Cold Light first, so that our... Well, it doesn't really matter, because the Finja is going to die anyway. We could trade here and get the Finja rolling, but... It's, you know, like, order here is basically a huge debate. Like, what do you kill first here, and what do you play first? Alright, we needed to hit the War Leader, unfortunately. I don't... Am I gonna have enough, crap, I'm not gonna have enough... Oh, I do have enough room. Finja died, okay. Need to hurry a little bit, though. Taunt is sorta helpful, because we're dead if we don't. So I guess we'll take Taunt, since we're otherwise totally dead. Well, alright. I mean, I don't know if we're strictly dead, but we're pretty much dead. We had 20, 21 if we didn't Taunt here, so we were very likely dead. Double Earthen Scales, Feral Rage, Swipe, anything killed me, so... I know Taunt's not ideal, because these don't trade very well, but... Yeah, go face and pray is right at this point. There's just no... We don't have a shot. Getaway Kodo could hit literally any minion because they all have Taunt. He might even swipe the Megasaur. Well, it's a good sign. What did he give me? I didn't even see which one it was. The Vile Fit. Okay, that can at least give me an extra Murloc. I mean, if he doesn't have any Earthen Scales or Feral Rage, is he gonna Earthen Scales that? No, he's swiping. He made a smart play there. Give me the Vile Fit instead of the Megasaur. That's smart. Well, that's a weird trade, though. I would have tried to run the... Maybe he's just trying to keep as much alive as possible, but our Primordial Drake is actually going to clean up here really well. Wow. Actually, can we just win with this? 6-10? No, we're not close. 21. I mean, like, do we just trade Primordial Drake and have a pretty good board? Or do we leave this alive? I don't think we can leave this alive because it trades too easily into the Primordial Drake. So I think we just trade Primordial Drake. Like, there's a shot here. He's at 19. We have 7, 11. If he hadn't destroyed our weapon, we'd be great. But that was freaking ridiculous. The ooze was just brutal. Alright, we can get through this way. Blessing on the hydrologist. Nope. Hero power down, of course, so never mind. I don't think we can beat these 9/9 Jades. Sunkeeper actually puts me in the game again. Rockpool Hunter actually helps because it helps me get through this cleanly. I'm going to split my stats a little bit here. I don't really get a double hero power here because of the way the mana worked out, but I'm still going to play this body just in case we hit like a Megasaur and it makes a difference, right? Like if we hit Megasaur and can buff these all +3 attack or something, there's like still a chance we can win the game. So he's played both Jade Behemoths, so he shouldn't have any taunts. It's really Earthen Scales that's the game ender here. And he's very likely to hit it, of course, with this Auctioneer. But we might get lucky and he just hits a bunch of big Jades and we draw the combo and win the game, right? Like, there's still outs. Sunkeeper's also an out against Jades. Like, we're not totally out of the water. It's just we're top decking, so it's going to be very, very difficult. My deck's not super control-oriented. It's more... It's got some faster Murloc stuff. Is he live, says Zarus? Yeah, I'm live. Oh, my head's covered, though. You guys got to tell me this stuff. There we go. Swipe is probably game over, just because we don't have enough bodies on the board. Even if we hit it. Like, this is good, but if we kept 2 of those bodies on the board, would this have been game, I wonder? I think we have to do this. I don't even... Can we even trade? Like, there's just no paths to victory here, guys. 0 paths to victory. If we could kill both, maybe. But there's just there's no outs. Aha! 6 cards in hand. You know one is Earthen Scales. He's going to get 10 armor. We have just 0 chance at victory. I mean... Well, maybe we hit a Spike Ridged or a Blessing and he leaves some stuff up and doesn't have Earthen Scales, like, but he's going to probably draw through his whole deck, so there's just no shot. Hey Regis, hey chat, hey Astral, right back at you, man. How's the games been so far, my man? This is the first game, and it's not going well. We had a terrible opening hand. We didn't play anything until turn 3, I think, basically. Or at least anything desirable. If he doesn't trade here, he actually left me some outs, but, I mean, he should obviously trade. There's no way he loses unless he doesn't trade. But if he did decide to go face, we would have an out, maybe. But, of course, now we're just totally done. Unless we can somehow make this thing do 12 damage. Make that 16 damage. Double dino size somehow. Consecrations is not going to do the trick. Screw Marco Polo, I'm on Twitch now. Well, welcome, King Ginge88. Appreciate it. Dude, I watch your vids all day, says Pokemon Gamer. Thanks, dude. Good. Appreciate it. I got King Crush yesterday. Should I use it in a mid-range Hunter deck? I think it's probably a little too slow for mid-range Hunter. I'm going to change my Paladin list here, guys. I had a couple lists rolling. I actually want to try this one. It's a little bit more standard, I think. It's a list I've seen more commonly find success. I think it does not run Primordial Drake, so it's a little bit faster, which I think is really relevant right now. Because basically where I'm at in the meta, I'm seeing a lot of Token Shaman, a lot of... Well, I was seeing a lot of Quest Road, but they seem to have disappeared. And so basically to beat the control decks, you kind of have to try to rush them down and just build an insurmountable board. And then to beat the aggro decks, you just need to go up to fast starts too. So I think mid-range right now is a little bit just hanging and doesn't do enough. My favorite Hearthstone YouTuber says Lon Balantic, or Balanchich probably. Thank you, man. Appreciate it. Tomas Lucas says, Regis, I love your vids. I find them really helpful. Thanks, Tomas. You guys are all so kind, always. Always so nice. Greetings, says Chimera 88. Chimeron L88. Been playing Hearthstone for 2 months now, and your budget decks, especially the Mage Elemental deck, made the game really fun for me. That's good to hear, dude. That's ultimately the most important thing. Like, of course, I want you to find success with decks too, but at the end of the day, it's about giving people who are new to the game a fun experience. I want you guys to have fun, enjoy it. So, double dino size is 10 damage. Yeah, I meant like double the stats, not 2 cards. Sorry, so 20 damage dino size, not a 10 dino size. But yeah, traditionally. Yeah, I think we just go for it here, right? Like, we just try to hit the Murloc War Leader on 4. Because this basically ensures that even with a Frostbolt, the Rock Pool is going to get some stat value. We have the 2 into 3. We're very likely to hit something else to play in the meantime. Worst case scenario, we can Hero Power on 4. So dropping the coin there, I think, just ensures Rock Pool value. We'll just kill that too. That's totally fine, I think. Ooh. Ooh. So, Volcanic Potion sucks, is the really only sucky thing here. Anything else is fine. Even Ping is fine. Ping is actually desirable, probably, at this point. Volcanic Potion just leaves me with a pretty weak board. Acolyte of Pain is annoying, but not too problematic. We'll just ignore it and go face. And Megasaur on 4 here, of course, is perfect. Depending on what we draw, we might not actually do health here. It just depends. Depends on what we draw. Like, if we see a War Leader, health is probably pretty good, because we can get the damage later. If +1/+1 looks like it line up fairly well against the board. Oh my god, this curve is... No War Leader, but still pretty sick curve. Yeah, I think we have to Divine Shield, but I wish I'd traded first now, right? Like, you can't back out of this once you play it. Stealth doesn't help me any because we haven't attacked yet, so Divine Shield is really the only option here. It's not perfect, and I think we'll just go face. Force him to make the trades. This can obviously get punished by a handful of things when he has AoE, but we shouldn't be in AoE range yet. I really wish we could hit a War Leader. I mean, Finja's a good turn 5 play, usually, but going into 6, it's like he's going to have Blizzard on lock. What's he about to do? He didn't kill this. He's got a Frostbolt, yeah.
Aha!
Wow, that's a good draw. Plus attack? Wind Fury. Yeah, we'll take Wind Fury. I mean, if you like Frost Nova Doomsayers, we don't have a way to deal with it anyway, so let's just Wind Fury. Get the max amount of damage we can here. And Tarum, obviously, if it sticks, is going to be close to lethal. Or if anything sticks, we probably have lethal anyway. It probably doesn't matter, but regardless, we're in a good spot. Slaver has followed. Olia has followed. Thanks, guys, for the follows. Appreciate it. King Ginge 88 we also got in there as a follower. Flame Strike's a real possibility, so I think we're just going to True Silver face twice, right? Like, we could commit the Finja, but we don't want it to die when we already have a board, so let's just load up the True Silver here. Put him on a clock. Like, he has to Ice Block now. Even if he clears board, it's not enough. So he can't Flame Strike and True Silver. He could Ice Block and Volcanic, which would be pretty good, but we'd still have a good pop block. Good clean pop block. Second Frost Nova, okay. Well, we can pop the block. And I suppose we will. This could be Ice Barrier, but we don't really have a chance to risk it being that, right? We just have to go for it. It is Barrier. Cool. So he's used 2 freezes. If he does use Frost Nova Doomsayer now, I don't have a great answer for it. I did before with True Silver and Sunkeeper. What do we want to buff up here? I think a Murloc with Wind Fury, right? Like, this guy's going to have an insane amount of health. He's going to be around forever. Let's just get that on lock and have 8 damage loaded up forever. I think that's our best bet. Although we're in that point of the game now where it's just like freeze, 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 freeze. Everything's super annoying. These together don't do the trick. This is kind of intriguing, isn't it? But I think we can give our 2/6 quite a few stats, and with Finja and like Sunkeeper's just probably always our best bet. Ugh, this just, we're in that point of the game where it gets super annoying, basically. Every turn they have some annoying way to deal with your stuff. Blessing of Kings is gonna give us lethal probably, or Ice Block lethal at the very least. Sunkeeper does not. Finja is our play otherwise, I'd say. Guan Marvin says, I followed when Regis was offline and now he won't notice me. No, you've been noticed. You have been noticed. Sometimes I just want to, and it's DB, guys. Thank you for the follows. Much appreciated. So, guys, I don't know if you know this, but I'm going to get a sub button this week because what they call affiliates are now getting sub buttons on Twitch. Oh, that's 6 damage and he's at 8. That's annoying. This is like straight up freeze mage too, by the way, and we don't have any healing in our deck, which sucks. Like True Silver's our only heal, so we have to do this the old school way. But anyway, I got a sub button on the way, so that'll be a thing soon. It will not be like the full sub button of a partner. It'll be like, in other words, you won't get as many emotes as you might get with a full partner, but. I'm probably going to end up applying for partnership fairly soon anyway, so we're probably just dead here, which is totally stupidly annoying. Can we pop the block and kill that Alexstrasza? Yeah, we have... Oh, definitely. We'll save these to get through just in case he freezes the board and doesn't have lethal. It's a good chance we're dead, or he's just going to Ice Block again, but he's only 2/3 through his deck, so the second Ice Block's not guaranteed. If he does just go for the freeze route, we have the double Consecration for the kill. It's the best we can do. I don't think there's anything else we can do. Just sitting waiting. Double Fireball Frostbolt is a possibility for sure. He's only used 1 Frostbolt, so... Sucks that he had it, exactly. He just hit all the right stuff at the right time. What can you do? That's all I can do. Does anybody else automatically choose legendary minions through Stone Hill without thinking? I'm sure a lot of people do, but I certainly don't. It's not the best at all. Usually you want to try to hit something you can play on curve and make sense for your matchup. It's often Tyrion and Sunkeeper are those things. So they work out a lot of the time. I think this game is a good time to advertise the latest video, 5 ways to fix Ice Block. Yeah, no joke. No joke. I got a lot of hate for that, but I don't really care. It's a card that's been too good for too long. And I think it just denies one of the base mechanics of the game. Would it have been better to put him in a 1 with the Consecration and save the last one for freeze? I don't think it would have mattered. Probably wouldn't have mattered. If you have the way to get through it anyway. It probably would have been fine. I don't remember what else we played with the remaining mana. Oof. Need to keep our stuff alive here. Redemption's pretty good with War Leader, but I don't know if we'll ever have time to make that happen. Noble Sack is often just good to protect a board too. I guess Redemption is often just very good in our deck, so we'll take that even though we can't attack here because that enables him to kill our Tidecaller, right? Like he can heal and then trade again, and we just have to go face and hope it lives. Looks like it's dead to... No, it's not dead. Okay. Sort of gonna be dead, though. This math is just terrible. We can just Cold Light, though, and trade. And these both live annoyingly low health totals. But it's fine, probably, because he only trades into one. He'll trade into the Tidecaller or try to get a value trade on the Hydrologist. And then maybe we can hit the War Leader Redemption or something. I don't know. It's not perfect, but... Without the taunt, we would have obviously been in a much, much happier place, but... 20 Tar Creeper is the thing that happens. How would you change Ice Block, Regis? Go check out the video. I can't recap it all right now, but basically there was quite a bit to it. Actually, Grimscale into War Leader is probably just a little better. Yeah, it has a chance to hit the War Leader and make it 4-4, which would be insane. Like, we have a really good 50-50 here. Nice. It's great against Priest. So good against Priest. And then I think we just go ahead and make both these trades, right? As far as health totals are concerned, 1 against Priest is not really a problem, so... Like, Holy Nova is Holy Nova anyway. And this is a pretty sick 16 attack board against Priest with all 4 attack minions. Like, how on earth did this happen? Like, what? How does he counter this? The math just worked out perfectly.
In the light's name.
Priest Nightmare here. What can he do? Can't Holy Nova. I mean, the Circle of Healing. Ooh. That's a pretty good draw. But I kind of want to also try for the... The 5 health there is just such a problem. I mean, I think we just kill it, though, right? And just keep these guys on lock and just keep hitting him. And hit the Redemption, too. I think we just sacrifice a dude to kill it. Because if we keep it alive, he gets to kill the War Leader. Which makes all of our math a lot worse. So I think we just commit a fair bit to killing it, unfortunately. Which sucks, but... it's gonna... Oh, okay. That too. That makes the decision a little easier. I mean, there was an argument to just go 20 to face as well, by the way, but I hadn't entertained it yet. But do you still like reindeer? I do. They're great. What option would you pick amongst them all to fix Ice Block? What's more fair in your eyes? Just move it to Wild. Hall of Fame it. I think that's fine. It would still suck in Wild, but I think that's kind of the expectation, is that some stuff's just gonna suck in Wild, and that everybody has access to overpowered stuff, so it's okay. And I agree with that. There's also, I guess, a couple more answers to secrets in Wild, right? Like, aren't there a couple other secret cards? What was the Kezan Mystic, right? So there's a couple of tech cards. I totally forgot that card existed until right now, by the way. Because I never play. Yeah, Kezan Mystic is insane. Take control of a secret. So they just have Ice Block. You just legit get to steal Ice Block. Like, how nutty is that? If I go Tidecaller here, coin, Vile Fin, we get a little screwed by hero power. So I think we just Vile Fin and maybe coin into the War Leader next turn. It throws off the curve a lot, but we can actually follow up on 3 with Tidecaller into titling him, and if he doesn't have a good answer, we might just win the game. It's one of those things. So if I coin War Leader and trade here, this goes down to 2. This is at 3. So what would he have to kill the War Leader? Not a lot, honestly, right? But we could, even if he does kill the War Leader, we can just follow up with Tidecaller into Hydrologist and still have a pretty good hand. And get on a head start on this token, which is really nice. So I think we just do this. I'm not even sure you can kill this very easily. I mean, there's always like swipe shenanigans and stuff. Shouldn't be running Wrath. Savage Roar is a fairly big commitment to kill the board, but I'm okay with that because, like I said, we have a good reload follow up here. 3 into 4 is pretty nice, and we're way ahead on token, which is really good. I actually think Redemption's going to be more valuable for us than... no, our hand's a little weak. Maybe not, maybe not. I just like stats on the board against fast decks, but Getaway Kodo could be really good. Really, really good. We don't have Primordial Drake in this deck for Living Mana, but we do have Double Consecration, so maybe we can hit one of those and be alright. It's actually a little bit of a risk to go this route. I think I'm just going to True Silver and trade. It's just a little risky because if we don't hit what we need and we have to trade in like both minions, if we get like Taunt, Stealth, can't be targeted or whatever, we just lose our board basically and leave him a minion up. So just take the safer route here since we're ahead. Regis, do you play on EU or NA? Definitely NA for me. So no Consecration, unfortunately. I think we still just go for this and maybe we get Divine Shield here. I think we have to clear a little bit. Divine Shield would be pretty sick. +1/+1 doesn't really make much difference. Wind Fury doesn't make much difference. At least kind of suck. +1/+1 I guess helps a little technically. We have to clear as much as we can. Just because too many buffs, right? Mark of the Lotus, Savage Roar, like the more we leave, the scarier it gets, so. I know he's light on mana, but it happens. There's Innervates, there's other things, so. Whoa, I'm way behind on chat, guys, I'm sorry. Hey Regis, I'm glad you started streaming in the mornings, says Alsaline, because from Europe it's quite the challenge to watch your other streams. Yeah, that's why I do it, so. You got it. This is, I guess, just really annoying, right? He has 8. This goes up to 10. So you can probably kill it, but we get the 2/6 back. We just go face, right? Or do we... No, we don't trade with 7 attack. We just go face every time. Actually, really cool that you stream now, because it's finally not night at this time. Yeah. Glad to hear it, guys. It's good to know that there's some good feedback on the stream times. Cool! Hey, I'm missing most of the epics from this deck. Is there another good deck for climbing? Yeah, there's a lot of good decks for climbing. Pirate Warrior's good. Both of the mages are good. Faster Secret and more control, what they call Gunther Mage is good. Evolve Shaman's really good. There's just a lot of good stuff. Sup, Mercury? How's it going, dude? Just looked at the Ice Block video. I was thinking about a 1-mana upkeep for Ice Block. That's actually a cool idea. People brought up a good point that I didn't address in the video, is that some of my suggestions, and in fact that one too, would reveal that it's what secret it is. I don't know that I'm that worried about that. I mean, it technically does go against the idea that it's a secret, but I mean, secrets reveal themselves anyway, right? Like, when you play a minion, you know it's not Mirror Entity. I guess no other secret tells you exactly what it is, though, until it's procced, so it would be a little bit different. You should play Freeze Mage. I don't ever really end up playing a lot of Freeze Mage. I mean, I have played it. I've just enough really to learn it, though. I've never wanted to play a ton of Freeze Mage, so... I don't know why that is. It's just never appealed to me that much. I guess I like a little bit more board-centric decks. I like control decks, but ones that rely more on the board than combo. Hey Regis, I wanted to ask, will Whispers of the Old Gods move to Wild right away when the new expansion will be released? No. The way it works is,
Aha!
Excuse me. The way it works is that they only rotate at a given point. So all of the expansions within a given year rotate all at once. So Whispers of the Old Gods, Karazhan, and Mean Streets of Gadgetzan will all rotate out later down the road. next year. So like you know, 10 months from now, those will all rotate out, I guess, right? Are we at that point? Or are they the last ones to not rotate? Yeah. Guys, sorry if I sound like a noob, but what does the term token mean? That's a common question. You don't sound dumb, don't worry. It basically just means... Really wish I could hit this, but I at least can probably hit the getaway Kodo on whatever minion I play next, so... Should be alright. We gotta take Tyrion. I just hope we can get that far. Token means minions summoned from other things. So a minion that's not in and of itself a card, right? Like Living Mana is the card, and it summons Tree Ants, which are the tokens. That's bad. I need exactly True Silver, or we might just lose. Vile Fin is not helpful. Hopefully this can stick and trade, but it's very likely dead. He only needs 1 damage somehow. He's got 2, 3, so we're probably just screwed here. Does anything help? Yeah, Mortal Strike screws me. Still just need True Silver, although it might even be too late for that because we have to take so much face damage from it. Does anything save me? Spike Ridge is actually useless. It's not useless at all if we can stick a minion here. If we can stick a minion, Spike Ridge is actually really, really good. If we're not dead. 7, he needs 9. I don't know, Spike Ridge into Kodo might actually... Well, we can't Kodo a 1-1 though. We need to Kodo the second on, so we'll have to be careful there. But this is... We got a shot, because he just used Mortal Strike, which means half of his reach is gone. Like, you know, all of his behind taunt stuff is gone. He's definitely not... God, we're not dead, are we? So much damage. He's actually making trades for Spike Ridge. Smart pirate player for once. He was able to kill every minion. It's just brutal. You can't... I can't win now, I don't think. True Silver is a turn late. Smart pirate player. We're just dead. A turn late. More like 4 turns too late. He played it well. Can't complain about that. And by the way, guys, pirates are harder deck to play than people think. I mean, it might have seemed obvious, but a lot of people would not have killed everything there, particularly running a Arcanite Reaper into a 1/3 Murloc. That would not have been a play everybody made. Regis, would you play a steampunk, cyberpunk style card game with mechanics that support long matches? Yeah, definitely. It sounds awesome. I would play any kind of card game. I don't know that I'd play it more than Hearthstone or play it as my main game, but it sounds cool. You are the best Hearthstone YouTuber, says Zyga Stanek. Thanks, dude. Appreciate it. Being able to trade with weapons makes it really hard to clear their board. Yeah, it does indeed. Is Jade Druid viable on ladder? Yeah, definitely. Absolutely viable.
You asked for it.
I will fight with honor.
Yeah, play around Striker Steed was great. Fantastic, in fact. We got a hard mulligan against Mage for early drops. We got to get out fast, I think. Why don't you put a Doomsayer in your deck? Because half the time it would hurt me more than it would help me. I really like building boards in this deck, so it would be a really dead draw a lot of the time. I just draw a card that I could never play, or wouldn't want to play, and I'd rather draw cards that I'd really like to play, if that makes sense. A lot of people fall into that trap a little bit. I'm not saying you specifically, whoever commented that, which was Stealthy Gamer 510. I'm not saying you specifically, but a lot of people say, oh, I always run into this thing. I'm going to put this one card in my deck to answer this particular thing I always have problems with. And then occasionally, like 1 out of 10 games, it happens, and you get to use your Doomsayer, and it works out really favorably for you. And you think, oh my god, it's great. I made my deck so much better. But what you're failing to realize is the other 9 games, you're probably sitting on a Doomsayer, in this particular instance, in your hand that doesn't do anything, and it's just wasted a card, and it could have been a True Silver Champion that won you the game, or it could have been a Gentle Megasaur that finished off your combo, you know? So, you have to be really careful when you make those kinds of substitutions with tech cards like that. Regis, can you play other decks like Dragon Priest and Quest Mage this stream, maybe? I just want to see how I do here first. Not opposed to anything of the sort, really, ever, but... It's kind of enticing to trade into that, but part of me just wants to make sure that both my minions live, and I want them to take as little damage as possible to ensure that I can hit a Blessing of Kings next turn. So, like, if I trade into this, it doesn't actually kill it, and he gets to attack with it basically twice, right? I think I'm just going to go face here. It's a little weird, but I just want to hit this Kings. A 6-8 on 3 would be pretty intimidating, I suspect, for this deck. Now that he made the trade and we have a Finja, coin Finja feels pretty good too. So I think we just trade in here and Hydrologist Secret and go from there. Because Finja into Blessing is also a sick line. So let's see what we get. Noble Sack actually does preserve a minion on my board for potential Megasaur line too. But I think I'd rather Megasaur after I Finja. Eye for an Eye is just really good against Freeze Mage style decks, so I think I'm actually just going to take this Eye for an Eye in case we get down to a pop block situation and he's got to do damage to us and we can kill him that way. It's not what you typically see because it's less board centric, but I think in this particular matchup it can be very advantageous. Can you tell me, how do you need to change decks? That's a tough question, Sebi. I think you're asking at different ranks what decks are good at a given rank, because a deck that's good at rank 5 might not be quite as good on rank 15 or whatever. That's really hard to say because, you know, obviously I can't play at every rank all the time, so I don't see what's happening, but you just need to be able to make meta reads and identify kind of what looks good at your current rank and what looks bad and go from there. Okay. It's actually a good counterspell test. We'll just True Silver this down now. Thank God we had an alternate play. You might know that we have a Finja now if he's really smart and paying attention, but... Because why else would I coin out a 5-drop in a Paladin deck, right? Like, what good would that do? But I don't know how that helps him unless he Primordial Glyphs and picks, like, Flame Strike, because he knows he needs a Flame Strike incoming. But he'll probably just get it off Babbling Book regardless, so it's fine.
I'm late.
That's actually kind of scary, but this is faster Secret Mage, which we already had a clue for with the Apprentice, right? And Counterspell too, really. It's not typically run as much in the Control Gunther-style Mage. But Babbling Book into Cabal Crystal Runner certainly confirms that line. But Blessing of Kings on Finja here to trade in should be pretty good. If he plays like a... I can't think of the darn name of the card. But the 3-mana secret card. We'll be able to trade into that, Finja into this. We can't Blessing into Megasaur, but should still be alright. We can still Hero Power into Megasaur at the release, so... And we don't want to take too much damage, right? We have to deal with this stuff. I don't think it's right to True Silver this, but it might actually be because we have so many one health things on the board, and we're thinking about like Megasaur, Cold Light next turn. So I think I'm actually going to do it. It might also just mean that the Finja has a slightly higher chance to live, although the Finja's almost definitely dead, pretty sure. But we just want a minion to live. If he doesn't have exactly Flame Strike off one of these Primordial Glyphs. Like, even Blizzard's not that bad, because... There it is. We called it. Oh, we did call it! It was the Babbling Book! Oh, this game sometimes, guys. This game sometimes. It was exactly the Babbling Book. Tyrion, definitely. I think we just go ahead and Blessing of Kings for mana here, and then next turn maybe we can do this line. But there's a chance this dies, right? Like, we kind of sent it out there for... I don't know, Polymorph bait or Fireball, Frostbolt bait. But then we got Tyrion to follow up, so if he does do those things, I think it's alright. Regis, what are you drinking? It's just Diet Mountain Dew. Nothing fancy.
Aha!
Nothing too fancy for old Regis, that's for sure.
I'm late.
Do you like Combo Rogue for rank 5 to Legend? What do you mean by Combo Rogue exactly? I have to be honest that I'm not sure what you mean exactly by that. Do you mean Miracle Rogue? Or do you mean Quest Rogue? Or do you mean, I saw actually like a Tempo Rogue, I played against a Jade Death Rattle Rogue, and I played against Thief Miracle Rogue, played against all that stuff. Miracle Rogue's not bad for Legend. Alright. We're living in this space now.
Excuse me. You are
This is the world we live in now, guys. I don't know if we can win now. We don't have a way to kill that, so. Spike Ridge helps. Spike Ridge helps. What if that's Counterspell, though? I get totally just obliterated by Counterspell. Since we know that this is not quite like Freeze Mage-y, and we have to kind of make some plays anyway, I think we have to test Counterspell with Eye for an Eye here to hit this Spike Ridge Steed. Because I think we otherwise lose. Yeah, man, he had some big hits on his glyphs, that's for sure. Well, we don't know about the other glyph, I guess, right? We only know. Oh, he only played one. I thought he played 2 glyphs. Hey, Regis, is your name a reference to something? When I first discovered you, I thought it sounded familiar. Yeah, it's a reference to Regis Philbin, the talk show host of old, and like game show host. I think we just got to consecrate this guy. Don't get to do a lot of other useful things. Hopefully we hit, like, what do we want to hit? If we consecrate, we have 6 mana remaining. Maybe a Stonehill Defender would be good. Oh, consecrate just got better. Cool. Oh, unless he plays the secret, because we can't... We don't want to counterspell into it, that's for sure. We can play these two together. It's actually not bad. We lose out on the chum. But, actually, have we tested Mirror Entity yet? No. We need to be careful with that. Ugh. Maybe we do just play the chum for now. Oh, I should have played it first. Crap. Crap! We get punished? We get punished.
was a mistake.
Poop. That might actually matter. That might actually matter. What is, hey buddy, watch this, says Wordable Streaming, in reference to the little bumper at the beginning of my videos. That is actually Regis Philbin talking. The said person my name is in reference to. Kirator Mage, that's the name of the card. I thought of it. I'm an awesome baller, dude. I guess we just hero power double Megasaur, right, guys? It's just a lot of stats on the board is why. He still hasn't hit my face, which is crazy, by the way. And I think we want plus attack on one of these. +1/+1 gets me halfway there. So we'll have to take it just in case. And I think we do need to clear this, just because our health total is always a concern. I guess we take Poisonous, unfortunately. It's not perfect, but I think we have to kill this, because... Let's see. 2 Frostbolts are down. He has a Fireball. He'll have some Firelands portals. So he still has quite a bit of burst in hand. And we just want to stabilize the board, right? Like, we don't want to get too greedy here. I don't think this Poisonous is going to be relevant, but that first one was, and that's really all we care about. It actually will trade up fairly well into this. Oh, it's actually going to trade up really well into that. That's sick. So what do we want to see here? True Silver is okay. Just more pressure. How much damage do we have? 7 plus 3 is 10, 14. I can take him to 17. So I don't think attacking here puts me on any sort of 2-turn lethal clocks. I'm probably just going to hold this charge. I don't think he's going to run weapon removal either, so it's probably safe. Wouldn't expect him to have weapon removal. The heal is relevant, so we do want to get the heal out for sure, because this is the only healing we have in the deck. But we might need to kill something too, so. Hey, Stelios or Greek, how's it going, dude? What's he going to use on that? Firelands Portal again? He's running out of threats, basically, right? Like, what does he have left in this list? Ooh, he Fireballed a 2/3. That's really good news for me, and I don't even care about this Eater of Secrets at all anymore. Remember, we basically said, screw that guy. So we'll trade and weapon here, I think. We can go to 16. That should be fine. Stonehill Defender is a sick draw, just because we need bodies. Sunkeeper would be pretty solid, I think. Second Stonehill's good too. I kind of like the idea of Wicker Flame because of health, but we've actually been through most of this guy's burn. So I'm not that worried about it. Like, he just can't generate that much damage anymore. So I think I'm just going to go for Stonehill here. Yeah, that's only 3 damage. We can take that. I guess we'll take Wicker Flame this time, since we were debating it so much. This is pretty funny. Oh, really, game? I don't want this to be this day. Don't make this the day that this is a thing. God, no. That's actually good news. That's gonna be useless. Yogg? His face? That's actually the best of my targets to hit, so I can't complain there. Oh my god, this stupid no! Why is this my life? I have had the worst Hearthstone run lately. I don't... Oh my god. He gets to do 5 damage to my face too, is what's even more brutal about it. So stupid. I just don't have a way to win now. Yogg champ, Yogg champ. Yogg champ, Yogg champ. This should never be a thing that happens in the world. In 2017. I guess I don't actually have to kill Yogg. I just have no will to play right now, though. I just... It's like the best Yogg ever. He didn't have 1 negative occurrence. Nothing bad happened. If I heal Yogg, if I hit Yogg, I go, what, to 5? He actually has Firelands Portal, so I can't even do it. I probably should have traded the dude into the 1-1. I thought I was going to kill Yogg. I just don't even. I just have no will to play. Fatigue is an option, but I just, unless we hit like Tyrion into Sunkeeper, or other way around even maybe, I don't see how we win. Now we can't even Tyrion because of Mirror Entity. Yeah, I should have traded the 2 in there. We'll be able to kill this Yogg though with minions, which is nice. That is actually going to matter. This is hot garbage though. None of the buffs here matter, by the way. Because we got to kill the Yogg anyway. The question is, do we kill the... I guess we kill the Mana Worm and not the Kirin Tor. Just the upside's kind of scary. Firelands Portal face puts him within 4. He loses the ping, so he... But he got 3 Kabbalist Tomes cards and now another Primordial Glyph card, so we're pretty much dead. Pyro kills me right off the bat here. Rank 5 by the end of the stream. I don't doubt it, dude. I've had the worst run of games. Stuff like this. I was at rank 1 3 stars last night, and then a guy hit a 1 out of 3 totem. Taunt totem. Guy hit a 1 out of 3 taunt totem to win that game. And then the very next game, a guy hit a 1 out of 17 ice block to stabilize and win the game. Both of which I had lethal on board if neither of those events had happened. So, it's been like this for a while. This is my world. Why don't you play Wild? Just don't. I don't have any problems with it. It's fine. It's fun. Regis, you gotta stop calling the cards that lose you the game. Yeah, I have an unbelievably good track record of predicting exactly what's going to happen. What did I call that game? I called Babbling Book into Flame Strike. I called the Primordial Glyph into the Polymorph, and the Primordial Glyph into the Pyroblast. I basically predicted all 3 game-breaking moments there. All 3 events that turn the game against me. So yeah, insanely good track record of suck. Really good at being terrible. That's a great thing to have on your side. Hey Regis, I found your channel like a week ago and I already love it. Thanks, Sweetsy. Appreciate it, man. We got a solid curve here. Sometimes I like half expect a Murloc patches to pop out of my deck and go face. Like, that'd be pretty funny if they made a patches for every tribe. Like a little Murloc, a little dragon, a little mech. That'd be cute. Might be OP and Beast with Hunter though, honestly. Getting like 3 Beasts out on turn 1 with Alley Cat into the patches variant there would be kind of sick. We're going to have a debate here. We want a Cold Light Seer or a Rockpool Hunter. I think we probably just Seer on curve. Because these become pretty difficult for Paladin to deal with most of the time. Unless this is full control and he has like a quality consecration. If he's Murloc like me, more mid-rangey Murloc like this, these can be very difficult. Like 5 health dudes are tough. Oof, clutch. That's why you run Rallying Blade instead of True Silver sometimes, I think. That's what I had in the previous version here. Our curve is off. I just don't think Cold Light's that good of a card. I'm kind of surprised it still makes the cut in this list. Like, I don't know. It's just gonna die here, basically. I think I'd almost rather have Bluegill Warriors than Cold Light Seers. I feel like rarely ever do I just capitalize on a giant board of Murlocs that win me the game. It's sort of a win more card in that regard. Like, you already have Megasaur to do that and the War Leader to do that, so what good does the Seer do it? Like, how many things does this help you dodge? Occasionally a Flame Strike. We're not going to be able to kill that unless we hit War Leader. Or Chum. No, Chum wouldn't help either. -1 Cold Light Seer, +1 tech card. Yeah, I don't think that'd be a bad change at all. Maybe it's an Eater Secrets, maybe it's like a Galaka Crawler. Oh, we can kill that actually, cool. Yeah, we will. So just no Aldor here is all we really need. We don't know yet what a great read on this guy's deck is. Rallying Blade does signal to me probably he's thinking a little bit more control-y. Because the reason you run Rallying Blade in a more controlling deck versus True Silver is because True Silver is just a lot of damage in a more aggressive deck than Rallying Blade, right? Oh, though, this looks like it's gonna live. God, do I have to trade into that or not? Ugh. Because I could just go ham here. I don't think I have to. It's gonna get buffed pretty high, but this dude's gonna be insane. He's gonna have 11 health. He's gonna be a 7-11. If I go that route. I could trade and he's got 4 health though, or 5 health. And I could just play the Hydrologist in the Rock Pool. But like, how many Murlocs would he have to play to kill this? He has 6, 7. He'd need to play +4 Murloc damage. I guess War Leader would actually put him real close. 6, 10. He'd still have to use... No. He'd only have to use 2 minions if he played a War Leader. So this would go to 3, 4. He'd be able to trade into the Rock Pool Hunter pretty efficiently. No, he wouldn't, because this is going to have health too. We're just going to go for it. I don't know, though. If we kill this, we just deny a lot of upside. I'm just going to kill it. I don't know if it's right or not. War Leader still deals with it now, but it removes, you know, basically +2 of buff off the War Leader. We'll see. It's a 7/7, so... If he War Leaders, we don't really have a great answer for it either. Megasaur is only good with plus attack, and even then... Just don't hit plus attack, for God's sake. Oh, poisonous too, I guess. Pretty good. So 2 out of 10. Well, Can't Mite's not going to do the trick. He might trade this way, and we can trade back. Just go face. Actually, Consecration looks sort of good. This will live, though. Consecration Hydrologist is probably alright. This lives, but what can we do? Let's just go face. He still doesn't trade into the 7/7 as far as we know. It's not going to need synergies. He can definitely hit... Eye for an Eye is kind of intriguing, but because he's so low, but I think Noble's actually going to give us the most value. So he can hit Spike Ridged on this, right? And kill our dude, but it goes down to 1 health if he does that, so it's not like it's insurmountable. And it's not even guaranteed. We know that this card is not Spike Ridged. It's a taunt. So he has 4 cards in hand that could be Spike Ridged. Looks like Consecration's coming down instead. Leaves us with this guy. Hopefully we can hit a Spike Ridge now. Would be sick. We do! Wow. We'll go ahead and load this up too, just to stall out. It doesn't really accomplish much with the 2/3 specifically, it just stalls out a little bit. Hey Regis, hey Vixa, how's it going, man? Regis, do you love communism? No, not particularly. Haven't been in communism, so I can't say a lot about it, but my understanding is it's not super awesome. Probably a bit more capitalist. How are you today, Regis? I'm doing really well, Jay Zeiger. How about you, man? Wouldn't Divine Favor be good in this deck? I don't think it would be particularly great. Taunt's a problem. +3 attack is not a problem. We can deal with that. I think with Tyrion, we just absolutely go face. I know he can kill everything and stuff, and he still has a taunt, which is a little bit nerve-wracking, I suppose. Maybe I should have thought about that a little more. I was thinking we just have so much damage and stuff on board that it should be fine, but maybe we should have thought about that a little more. Turns out we shouldn't have, because he conceded. But, I mean, actually a trade here looks pretty smart, because the 6 attack, or the 7 attack here loses value. I don't know. We probably should have thought about it more, regardless, but turned out alright. Why don't you put Land Hands of Ragnaros Light Lord in this deck? So a lot of questions here about both more aggressive cards and more late game cards. So some people are asking about Divine Favor. Some people are asking about Lay on Hands or Rag Light Lord. Probably somebody's wondering about Primordial Drake too. So let's just address this while we're talking about it here. This is pretty much exactly what a mid-range deck is, right? So it's not full aggro, right? We have an 8-mana card, a 7-mana card. We have cards that are more defensive in nature, but it's also not full control. We have really fast 1-drops and stuff. It's a mid-range deck. It's supposed to have a smooth curve throughout the course of the game. It's just supposed to basically curve out all the time. Just have a good play in any given turn. And typically with mid-range decks, you don't need a ton of card draw because essentially 2 things happen. If you get into a super late-game control-style battle, you just end up losing, because you don't have the value to contest those control decks. So you want to be faster than them. So you try to run more consistent fast cards to kind of push them over before they have a chance to stabilize. Alternatively, if you're playing an aggro deck, you have a slightly higher value curve where you can keep up with them a little bit. They might gain a little bit of an edge, but you have recovery cards like Consecration or True Silver or Stabilization cards that help you in the mid-range to overcome them, and then you still have a lot of pressure to kind of push them over. Man, our hand is just garbage, though, for Quest Rogue. Just absolute garbage. We have to try to hit a Blessing on this and just really hit this guy hard constantly, I think, is the only path to victory here. God, he's already lighting up, too, on Novice. Like, Novice is probably the worst for us because he just gets a lot of bodies and cards. We don't have, like, card removal. Sunkeeper's good, but not great. We just kind of have to hope this thing hits face like 5 times. I think. So anyway, so when you run cards like Divine Favor, you don't necessarily need it all the time because often you'll get it on turn 1 and it just sits in your hand as a dead card all game when you don't need it. And you have a smooth enough curve that you're playing cards consistently enough, but not playing so many that you run out of cards. You usually have a few options in hand. And they're always sort of mid-mana cost, so you can fit them into various turns, etc., etc. And then a card like Lay on Hands or Ragnaros Lightlord are just too slow. Alternatively, they're just super slow and they sit in your hand and they're dead and you're not trying to value and they decrease the consistency of your early game. So, can you explain how many cards you should be aiming for at each mana cost to get a smooth curve? I've noticed that lots of people refer to this, but no one ever says what the ratios are. So I don't think there's any sort of like strict exact number when you talk about something like a smooth curve. It's just the idea that basically you have, literally, if you look at the histogram, which is the bars, you know, you have 5 1-mana cards, 5 2-mana cards. You guys all know the histogram, the little chart that you see. The idea is that there's not like 3 and then an instant drop off, right? Or there's not like a split where you got a bunch of early game cards and a bunch of late game cards, nothing. You basically probably want slightly more early game cards and a slight decline into the late game, and maybe depending on the deck, you might have a very slight bump at the end. So, you know, but like I said, this deck is almost a perfect example, right? So we have 6 1-drops, we have 4 2-drops, we have 6 3-drops. So we lose a little bit at 2, but with Paladin, that's better than normal because you have the hero power on Paladin if you need it. So it's not as big of a risk. Plus, with extra 1-drops, you can kind of double 1-drops sometimes as well. So I think we're just going to Consecration into Face again. We've kind of identified a game plan here, and we're sticking to it. So we have lethal this turn if he doesn't clear. Or taunt. Eye for an Eye might be really good here in this matchup. Prep is scary because we know he's going to get some bodies out. But are they able to clear is the question. And even then, can he stabilize behind taunts with True Silver? It doesn't have to clear when he freezes. That's annoying. It's really annoying. And Sunkeeper doesn't feel great for me because of we're gonna die. We can only go to 17 and he has 20, so Sunkeeper doesn't feel awesome, and I can't actually Hydrologist and so Sunkeeper theoretically, I don't mean Sunkeeper, I meant True Silver. Sunkeeper theoretically trades into 3 of these, but not really, right? It probably trades into 2 in hero power, which puts him down to 5. And we can actually do 5 damage with True Silver, Hydrologist, Eye for an Eye. I don't know that we have a choice. I think this is our only viable play because of that Glacial Shard. Clearly we had lethal without the Glacial Shard, so it's a little bit annoying, but... Hey, Regis, just woke up. What are we doing? We're just playing ranked. I'm trying to rank up, but I think we're going to quit here in a second and play some arena. I don't feel like we've made substantial progress, so... Adaptation on patches is really scary. Needless to say. That helps him a little bit, saves him some health, which we needed him to not have, right? Because the whole plan was basically take him to 5 and then True Silver into Hydro into Eye for an Eye would be guaranteed lethal. Now we're gonna, unless he doesn't clear my minion here, we're gonna have some trouble. He might not, though. I think it'd be dumb, but it's possible. So now we have some trouble. And see, the fact that a 3/3 lived actually means we have even more trouble, because now we can't even guarantee the Eye for an Eye. I think we have to try, because I think we're dead anyway if we don't. Like, we could maybe taunt through it. If we hit a 4-drop taunt, we could perhaps taunt through it. But then, well, we could actually Stonehill, clear the South Sea. We'd go to, no, we'd have, we'd be at a, so if we played Stonehill and we play the True Silver, we kill the South Sea. The Stonehill tanks the patches. He has 11 damage. We go up to 12, right? Because we take 3. We go down to, no, we go up to 10. So that doesn't help. Never mind. The only line is to hope we get Eye for an Eye and that he goofs. I think that's the only out. But, I mean, he has to major misplay here. He has to major misplay, I think, to make this work. There was an out with potentially Stonehill into a 4-drop taunt, but then we never get back ahead and we just lose. He needs to attack with not his weapon or the... Oh! We die. I thought he might be going for the minion for some reason, but that wouldn't have mattered. We're dead. You don't typically see misplays like that at rank 2, but it's possible. So we had to try. I think we would have been screwed with the Stonehill line anyway because of the charge, so. You done screwed up with the Tarim play. We were dead if we didn't play Tarim. He had 20 on board. We were like 16. We were just dead to the board without Tarim. We could have tried the Stonehill again, like I said, but that just never resolves the board, so it doesn't put us in a position to win. Let's go to Arena, guys. Let's go to Arena. Let's play some Arena. Ooh. What do you guys want to play? These all suck, so I'm going to leave it up to you guys. Let's do a straw poll. I'm going to put a straw poll up in chat. You guys can vote on the class you want me to play. Just give me 1 second here. Oopsie daisy. Here we go. Don't type in chat. I can't tally that. Go to the straw poll link. Go to the straw poll link. I can't keep track. No, there's too many of you. So you guys look in chat. If you didn't see the straw poll link, look in chat. There's a link. I'm gonna go to like 50 votes if we get 50, and then we'll call it. Looks like Priest is a heavy favorite so far. Over half of the vote. Well, we're over 50 votes, so I should quit. But actually, we're at 48 votes exactly. All right, Priest is. I think Priest has cemented itself. There's not going to be enough votes coming in to overtake Priest. Yeah, Priest it is. Priest it is. Okay. Let's get the Overwolf. Not Overwolf. The Hearth Arena Companion app loaded up, which is run through Overwolf. But let me get the Hearth Arena Companion app rolling here, and that'll help us with the draft a little bit. I'm still a little tilted from that Yogg, guys. Like that was the thing that put us out. We couldn't handle it. That was it. We would have had a whole different alternate reality if we hadn't gotten that hadn't hit that Yogg on the mage. We would have won that game. We would have faced different opponents, etc., etc. Let's see here if. Trying to get the app working here, guys. Give me just a second. This never seems to kick off correctly. I don't know. Here we go. There it goes. Here we go. All right. Here we go. Okay, boys. So it's time for a Priest Arena run. And as you guys can see, I have the Hearth Arena Companion app loaded up. If you guys aren't familiar with that, you can just Google Hearth Arena Companion app, etc. You'll find it. Basically, it'll give us some assistance here with our picks based on some data they collect, telling us which cards it thinks is the best. I like the advice. Sometimes we'll disagree, but for the most part, they get a lot of things right. So clearly on pick 1 here, Cabal Shadow Priest, far and away the best option. Here, I like Mind Control and Northshire Cleric both. Mind Control walks us down a little bit of a narrow path as far as, like, we need to play a late game deck, which is intimidating when you're this early into the draft. Oh, actually. Oh, that's what they say up here, too. Okay, cool. That was hard to make sense of. If you guys read that text, I'm not sure it makes a lot of sense in and of itself. But Northshire Cleric's also just a great card, so I'm happy to take that. I think I like Cleaner here, yeah. Twilight Summoner's not bad either, but Defies Cleaner works really well with Spike Ridge Steed in particular. And Spike Ridge Steed is such a prominent card if you get into late game arena runs that you just have to have an answer. Sunfree Protector's my pick here. Master Spell just doesn't do enough. It's also good against Spike Ridge Steed, but Power Tentacles is not amazing, but these are just god-awful, so clearly Tentacles is my pick here. Sunwalker for sure is the pick here. Fantastic arena card all around. We have a lot of 6-drops already, though, so I think Bilefin, but Circle's kind of enticing with Northshire. I don't think it's worth it, though, because we just need good, consistent early game to get me to these power cards in the late game. Volatile is probably my favorite, but Rifleman is a possibility. Volatile just trades pretty well. Radiant Elemental is the pick here. Good 2-drop for us. We don't have a lot of spells yet, but oh, Free from Amber's pretty enticing as a spell. Oh, no way, I can't. I know Hearth Arena wants me to take 4 drops, but I'm not going to pass this up. We have a pretty late game oriented deck, and we already have a lot of good 2-drops that we know we can kind of survive to the late game, so we're going to need some power plays. And Free from Amber into like Yasharaj on 8 is just so sick, and it happens surprisingly consistently. I don't think I can pass this up. Shadow Word Death 100% of the time right here. Just an incredible card. Hosen Healer is my favorite choice here. You surprisingly get a ton of value off this thing. And we just need some 4-drops soon. Mistress is probably the pick here. Just early game body. Heals are good for us to stabilize. Ooze, Gluttonous Ooze is solid. Not a ton of weapons in Arena that you're going to hit, but sometimes you just need a 3-3, right? Crystal Oracle I like here, personally. For some reason, we're giving the slight edge to Corrupted Healbot. Ooh. Hearth Arena, even though they have the exact same tier score, wants us to take another late game card. I don't know how I feel about that. I feel like this is just going to give us some more flexibility because we're going to get stuff from our opponent's deck. Get it out. Get me like a 3-drop. Get me a 4-drop. Like I don't want to get stuck on this Corrupted Healbot. I'm going to swing for the Oracle there. Free from Amber again, probably for me. I don't want to have too many, but it's just so good. And we actually have a fairly solid early curve already. 3 1-drops, 4 2-drops. We need some more 3s and 4s, granted, but I'm going to take it. Hired Gun for sure is great here. Exactly what we need is a 3-drop body. Hired Gun again actually is good. Yeah, I agree, Hearth Arena. We can get by without 5 drops if we have to. Yeah, I like Boulder Fist just because these are all bad for us. Boulder Fist is typically fairly good just because of the stats, but you know we have a lot of late game cards. Onyx Bishop's good. We need a 1/5 drop for sure, and it's just good. A lot of value minions here in our early game that'll help when we summon it. So Shadow Word Pain's solid. These are both just too tribal synergy dependent. Alchemist is fantastic because we'll need the heal and stabilization. We still need 4 drops though. Sinjin is perfect. Slow defensive 4-drop is exactly what we need. Tanara's Hog Chopper we'll take, even though we'll never use it. It's just a body that we need for curve considerations. Hired Gun, probably again, actually, here is my pick. Is Shadow Word Pain worth it? Yeah, I guess so, because if we can kill a 3-drop, we don't need to play a 3-drop. So yeah, I like the flexibility of Pain better, that makes sense. Death is also just fine again. Just removal. 12-year Stone Shaper's perfect. I don't even know if we have elementals, but we just need 4 drops. We do have Radiant Elemental, Crystalline Oracle. We actually have a few. I guess maybe just 2, but regardless, it's good for our curve. Oh, God, these are all so bad. Kind of tempted by Fright Promoter, but we just don't need another 6-drop. We have 4 already. We got good late game. Yeah, I'm going to go with Hearth Arena's pick here. Just take the South Sea Captain. Card draw shouldn't be an issue for us. Like, this is going to hit in our deck, there's no doubt. But we need to make sure we get that far. Shifting Shade is probably good here. We still need probably 1 more 4-drop. And this just is value card generation, too. Shadow Visions. Do we have any spells that are good, though? Shadow Visions into Shadow Word Death. Oh, Free from Amber. We're taking Shadow Visions 1000% of the time. There's no way on earth we take Emerald Hive Queen. Get out of town, Hearth Arena. You're crazy. Shadow Visions every time with those Free from Ambers, man. Sorry I tuned out chat a little bit there, guys. I like to just run through the draft real quick while I can. I'm going to catch up now, but let's see what the tier score is on this deck. 70 exactly. How is that possible? Exactly 70. Not too bad. I'm actually surprised it's not a little higher, to tell you the truth. Because it feels like it could be a little higher. There are some dead cards, I guess is why, but some stuff's just not amazing. But honestly, not a bad deck. We got card draw, we got late game bodies. We got removal. We got a little bit of everything we need. Let's rename the stream here. Regis plays. Alright. Regis plays Priest in Arena. Everybody wanted the Weasel Tunneler. Sorry, guys. Sorry, guys. I can't do it. Not in good conscience. I just can't take Weasel Tunneler for the memes. We have a pretty good draft. I think this deck could win some games. But you know how it is. Like, the decks you think are going to be good always suck. And the decks that you think are going to be bad somehow win games. Oh, I got 2 deck trackers up here. Let me close this one here. Not a bad starting hand. We're going to work with this. It would have been a higher score if you'd picked Ultra Sword. Ultra Sword just adds a bonus 5 tier score points to your deck no matter what. No matter what. Yeah, I think that... I can't believe Hearth Arena didn't recommend Shadow Visions when we have Shadow Word Pain, Shadow Word Death, and Free from Amber. In fact, other than Power Word Tentacles, aren't they all guaranteed? Like, Power Word Tentacles is only the 4th spell in the deck, so we have... like, almost guaranteed chance to draw any given one, right? I don't really think I can play Elemental into Hero Power, so I think we just pass. Hey, Bofka, it's going well, man. You can have Ultra Sword from Free from Amber. That's true, and there might be a point where that's the... No, you... Oh, you can have it. Yeah, of course. He's expensive. There might be points where it's worth it, too, to have Ultra Sword from Free from Amber. I think we just gotta throw this down. Can't play the Elemental because he gets to trade it for free. We need there to be multiple minions on board before we play this bad boy. Might Shadow Word Pain. Could coin out a Sinjin if it makes sense somehow. I think we want to hit Shadow Word Pain on some good stuff. They're going to have Stegodons and all kinds of crazy stuff. This should be a good run, though. Regis, what do you think about Malagos Rogue? I haven't heard about a Malagos Rogue lately, so I don't really think a lot about Malagos Rogue, to tell you the truth. This is actually a pretty good answer. He should definitely take the value trade this way. Because otherwise this probably just kills this thing for free. So we're kind of forcing him into a bad trade. If he takes it this way also doesn't really matter. Depends on what he plays. If he plays the 3 health thing, he should trade this way. Well, I don't know. It doesn't matter. It just depends. If he plays a 3 health thing, he probably shouldn't trade this way because he might... It's going to be like a 50-50. I don't know. I'm all speculating, so let's just see what happens, right? That's actually probably his best possible decision there. Just don't do anything.
Don't mess with me.
So now I can't really play Sinjin very effectively. I guess I do anyway. I don't care. It's a 3 for a 4. Whatever. If he wants to True Silver the volatile elemental to deny its value, I think I'm okay. We'll just start going ham with everything else. It's like he's gonna make a very efficient trade this way, and then a pretty inefficient trade this way if he wants, so... Whatever. We can coin into Boulder Fist, into Tentacles, into Death, into Amber, like, we're rolling. So I'm not too stressed about this. I like the golden Sinjin Shieldmaster, by the way. Subtle, but it's cool. He has to weapon, right? No. Okay. I think we definitely just coined Boulder Fist, right? Actually, Power Word Tentacles is kind of intriguing. And then we could coin... Well, we can't coin Amber, but... A 3-7. Nah, let's just Boulder Fist.
Don't mess with me.
It's 5 damage. I mean, Consecration allows him to clear, but it's not very good. I'm just gonna go face. Regis, how do you get golden classic cards? You have to level up the classes to the max level. So you have to level each class to like 60. It's a lot of dudes. It's kind of horrifying. I guess we'll find out what he can do with it. I don't know. Hopefully there's no Aldor Peacekeeper. That's gonna suck. That's all I really hope. Or Stegodon, Light Fuse Stegodon +3 attack would suck. Although, honestly, we might be able to handle that. We don't have any AoE in this deck. I just realized that's probably our one weakness. No AoE.
Let me think.
Oh, that's basic cards. Yeah. I think that's what he was asking, though. In regards to the Golden Sinjin Shieldmaster, you get it via leveling up your classes. Well, that's cool, but it's not very good against this particular board. These deaths are not at all helpful. Man, this sucks. This is like the perfect card for me. I think we just do this for an Amber to spend our mana, right? I think Amber is the only choice left. There might be another death? No, we have both deaths in hand. There's another pain. Okay. We'll just have to take these Ambers and go for it. I mean, do we just Shadow Word Pain some 1/1s here? Is that worth it? I don't think it is. It sucks, but I don't think we're like in risk of dying, are we? He has 12 damage. He's still going to want to kill this, probably. No, that just was the perfect answer. God. What's the best legendary in Unguro? It looks like Chad already answered you. I probably agree, Sunkeeper. Sunkeeper looks the best to me. Hey, Regis, just wanted to commend you on your Eye of the Tiger video. Loved it so much. Definitely your best you've made. I know I commented this on YouTube, but thought I'd say it here too. Thanks, Solaris. I did see your YouTube comment as well. And appreciate it. Ouch. It's brutal. I don't have any AoE. We may not be able to catch up here.
Reporting for duty.
Like a Holy Nova would be great. I think I have to hit a taunt here or we're just going to be like dead. Gruul is the technically best choice here. 12, 6, yeah, 16. Like we're probably just, I don't think we can stabilize fast enough without taunts. This army of dudes has just brutalized me. We can death that next turn. But then I can't Amber, so I need to hit a taunt.
Let me think.
I don't even know if I have one. Sunwalker would be good. Hired Guns, probably not enough. Now I wish we'd Shadow Word Pain one of the little guys, but thought we could stabilize in time. Yeah, I did hear about affiliates getting a sub button. That will indeed be me shortly, whenever it happens. For all I know, it's already live. I don't think it is, but it could be. For all I know. Sad that we're going to lose this game. We just got a clunky hand. Like, we didn't get minions, right? We got a super clunky hand. We have so many minions, mid-range minions. Like, if we'd gotten a few 4-drops, we'd be totally fine. But the way we had to go all in on one minion in particular... Are we just dead? I think if you did the math, we're dead, right? You got +2, I think he was 2 shy. Is he gonna finish? No. It's weird that it took him so long to end it there. I think that was just a case of wonky hand syndrome. I don't actually think it was a case of bad curve. It wasn't late game cards that were the problem. It was just unusable mid-game cards. We hit Shadow Word Pain, Shadow Word Death. We got an Equality that was useless off of his, off our Crystalline Oracles, so we just had a bunch of junk. Like, if we'd hit, you know, a Hosen Healer and a Tolvir Stone Shaper, Darkshire Alchemist, those kinds of cards, we would have been way better off. So not a good start, but I don't think it's a problem. I think we'll still be fine. God, is this worth keeping against Priest because it's just so good? It honestly might be. I don't think it is, because we could get stuck with a pretty bad hand, but it's worth consideration. When's the new expansion coming out? Probably middle of August. Somewhere around there. Whoa, Regis reads comments? Well, I commented we need more of this or something. Yeah, I actually read every YouTube comment, guys. Believe it or not. The elemental's not going to help me now. So, I don't know. I could coin it out just for the body, but what good does it do? I really want to get it on the amber. So, like, if I play this on turn 7, I might be a lot happier person. Or on turn 6, I mean. I think we'll just hold. We might coin a 3 into a 3. 4 attack, 4-3 against Priest is pretty scary if he doesn't have a minion out. Yeah, we'll do that. He's not going to have a minion here. Yeah, I have more trouble keeping up with comments on Twitch, but I read every comment on YouTube. And frankly, it's become a bit of a chore. Like, it's pleasurable, but there's just a lot. I don't have time to respond to comments. I used to respond to almost every comment on YouTube way back in the day. But that became definitely unmanageable. And then reading them all is close to becoming unmanageable, but it's still manageable. And I like it. I just like seeing feedback and seeing what people have to say. You guys have great ideas, and there's obviously some idiots out there too, but even that's fun to see. Like, it's sometimes enlightening and sometimes gives me perspective on what people really think about, like, the game and a lot of the misunderstandings that people have. And I don't mean like trolls. There's trolls too, but those are just straight up funny. But I mean, some people just say dumb things about the game, and they don't know that they're dumb, and it's fine to be dumb. They're just not aware, right? But it gives me a lot of insights and basically helps me make content that's more sensible for people. Can I give up 8 damage here to just clear the board and make this a really hard board for him? This only gets punished by Holy Nova a little bit. And I don't think it gets punished by much else. And I think the upside on it's so high. Because there's just no pings, right? There's no pings, and I can maybe hero power it next turn, so there's potentially a ton of upside here. Hero power into Shadowward Pain looks like a solid play. I can't Hose and Healer and this, but... And it did actually work out fairly well. Hose and Healer into Radiant Elemental is the perfect turn 6 play if this lives. Or, you know, something can be healed, and then Free from Amber on 7 is ideal. We're in a good spot. Plus, he's just really low on health, which is nice, too. Regis, how old are you? Actually, I just turned 30 about a month ago. We'll just ignore that. Well, it actually does full clear, though. But, I don't know what we do about it. We don't have a way to kill it very efficiently, so... Double Wind Fury minions, though. Crazy, dude. These are so much damage, though, and if this actually hits on 7 like we want it to, it's going to be insane. It should. I don't know how he kills this unless he steals it. And even if we don't, we have the Defias, too. The friends list is full, guys. I can't take friends. I'm sorry. I'm older than you, says TSH. Yeah, a lot of people are. A lot of people younger, too. Most of my viewers are younger, though. I mean, the most common range is like 18 to 22 or something based on YouTube, and then... Has he attacked with this twice or once? Oh, just once. That's sad. Binding Heal on this. He's actually getting crazy Grookmaster value. Who would have thought? Who would have thunk it? I think I have to save the Northshire here for, like, last resort kinds of stuff. In case he somehow stabilizes here. We might need cards to win the game. I mean, we're still putting him in a pretty awkward spot. Free from Amber's coming. He can double trade into this thing and keep it alive. I understand, but what can I do? We'll see what we get off Amber. If we get charged Devilsaur, we could just win. We trade face. Ooh! Extra damage. The priest special here. Ooh! A lot of stuff. We just win with a lot of cards, though, so we'll see. We might have to kill that, though. If we don't get a good free from Amber. Because that's a pretty gross board. Oh. That's 7. I could play an annoying little taunt. I think we clear because we got the Deathwing, obviously. Like, let's put him on this exact answer, right? Like, even the trades here aren't that good for him, so... I mean, he can have death and stuff, granted. But... I don't even remember what the other picks were, but I'm pretty sure they weren't as good. Am I the oldest dude around at 40? No, there are some many older dudes than that watch on YouTube. I know, I see the YouTube stats. There are some 70-plus folks out there. This guy now becomes really annoying. I think we have a pretty good line here, like trade and heal Deathwing quite a bit for some cards. 6, 8. And it just develops bodies too, of course. Ooh. Okay. 1-drop? I have some 1-drops. Crystal Oracle? No. Alright. Shadow Vision's in a free from Amber is going to be good. So we can actually do it same turn. So he still has to kill Deathwing. Has to kill this other stuff too. We don't have lethal yet, but Shadow Visions would have given us lethal because we get a Shadow Visions into a death guaranteed, I think. Yeah, because we have tentacles in hand, so. People are going to lie about their age, you know. Yeah, for sure. Of course. The other picks were Giants. That's right. They were indeed Giants, weren't they? Ooh, we can steal that bad boy. I think that's just game, though, right? Even on board. No, he can live on board as far as he knows. As far as he knows, he's alive. What's the better BM, guys? Steel or Shadow Repain or both? Not that I want to particularly BM, but... Pretty good. That was a nice little run. Nice little game, I mean. When are you going to watch the stream and then lose your internet connection for 1.5 hours? Feels bad, man. Oh, yeah, that does sound bad. Sorry, dude. There's always VODs waving. Don't worry. Why not both? I could have done both. Yeah, that's true. We could have painted something else, emoted whoops, and then stole the... and then stole the gastropod for the max BM. Don't want to rub it in too much, though. You can't trust YouTube analytics as there are so many people who pick fake ages, especially the kids. Yeah, but a lot of that stuff gets washed out in averages, guys. Like, not that I care. It makes no difference. It's totally irrelevant to me what age someone is. But, you know, only a small percentage of people pick random ages. There might be old people picking younger ages, too, so who knows where it lands, but... Huh. Okay. I think we'll just hold. We could play the Mistress, but it just sort of dies for free and doesn't give me a heal, so we'll just wait. This is really good when there's 2 minions out, and it contests the board, you know. And we can actually even coin into the Tol'Vir. Like, this is actually a sick line. Coin into Tol'Vir into Shifting Shade is just absurdly good. It's even really good against that. Cool. And it's hard for us to hit this Tol'Vir, so... Like, we just don't have that many elementals in our deck, so... Waving says, finally got my first WoW character to 110. What in the world do I do now? Start doing world quests immediately. Oh, this is going to feel really good. This is going to feel pretty good. Now what we need to do is hit the Defies Cleaner on a Spikered Steed, and this game will just be very, very fun. This is currently going to guarantee I get the Volatile Elemental back, right? Which is probably fine. I think that's an okay minion to get back. Like, we could try to hold it and do some cool stuff later, but honestly, I think that's a fine minion. It just does a lot of damage. It's like 4 damage to the board, so... I mean, you know, this starts to look like a, you know, Fire Elemental or something. Summon a thing that does 4 damage to a minion. It's not bad. Maybe it looks a bit more like the Bomb Squad. Just trade and trade. Nothing too fancy there. Just preserve the health on these guys because they're better. And this is how you roll. We're rolling. I can't read that out loud, Wordable. I'm sorry. Not only do I suspect it's probably something that's going to make me say something dumb, but I also just don't know how to begin pronouncing it, so my apologies. Do we need to test for Noble Sack first, I guess? Could just Shadow Word Pain, like, screw it. Let's just... No, okay. Eye for an eye, cool.
That was a mistake.
Let's just do this. It's fine. We should have maybe killed it because of Spike Ridge, but he was on... What was he on? 7? I guess we probably should have. Oh, okay. Well, that actually makes that a lot easier for us to kill. I know he's going to get it back, so now we have to clear. Although he's going to Spike Ridge. Can we just end the game? 7? No. So we got a Spike Ridge incoming on something, but we have so much damage. I don't see how it could be relevant. But it's on a minion. We only have 4 to get through, probably. It's on a totem, or a token, I mean. No, he wasn't dead on board. I might have been out of cards. I don't think he should have conceded yet. I mean, maybe his hand was hot garbage. We don't know, but as far as the board looked, like, he was not dead on board. Actually, Regis, it means you love wee wee in Japanese. Well, alright. That wouldn't have been so bad, I guess. I disenchanted my first golden legendary, says Tal Shiar, that I got from a pack yesterday after a few hours to craft Leroy, and I immediately regret it. Well, what's wrong with Leroy? Leroy's a good card. Why do you regret it? It would be great if Quest Druid was playable next expansion. Yeah, that would be cool. Scared it could be overpowered, but could definitely be cool. Regis, what are your options on Quest Shaman or opinions on Quest Shaman? I don't have any options on Quest Shaman. I've never played it, so my opinions are also limited. I think it's okay. I don't think it's the best deck in the meta by any means. Probably like tier 3 or later. But you can certainly play it to some success. If you're dedicated and you have it and you want to make it work. But I honestly haven't even tried it. Kind of want to get into raiding on WoW, but I play a Blood DK and tanking is scary. It's not that scary, man. I tanked. It's, honestly, in my opinion, tanking is actually, mechanically speaking, the easiest role. Like, as far as pushing the right buttons at the right time and stuff, it's really not hard. As far as your rotation and everything, it's just... It's hard. In other words, it's hard to mess up the buttons. As far as, like, playing your character. I mean, there are some, like, taunt rotations and stuff, but all that's pretty simple, too, once you see it. You'd be surprised. And nothing ever looks like your fault, really, either, unless you just make an objectively bad move of some sort. Like, you move the boss in the wrong place, or... Man, this card is so unpredictable in Arena, I bet. I've never tried it, but... This doesn't feel great, but what can you do? We'll probably just Hog Chopper on 4 instead of Stone Shaper. Maybe it depends on the board state, though. If we think this can survive into a power word, that could be pretty good. Thanks for the budget token, Druid. Regis been climbing the ladder with it. No problems, Twitch Beastie, man. Happy it's helping. Or at least I hope it's helping. You said climbing as opposed to attempting to climb, so that sounds like it's good. Regis, are you salty about the delaying of R&M Season 3, Episode 2? Oh, Rick and Morty. Oh. I didn't know it was delayed, so I'm not salty, but now I am, so appreciate it, man. Thanks. I didn't know when it was supposed to come out. I watched the, basically Episode 1, or the teaser, the pilot, whatever they want to call it. The Season 3 pilot, I don't know what it was called, but it was amazing. So yeah, I would love it to come sooner rather than later. Jay Zeiger says he pulled 2 golden legendary cards in 40 packs this week. That's awesome, dude. Congrats. Not really that annoyed by that thing, am I? Can't we just power Genicals and... I think if we power Genicals, we do trade just because Shadow or Death is a card. But alternatively, we could just trade Hosen, and it feels pretty good against the board. And we get Tentacles later, and we can 6-drop here. Like, we don't have to play perfectly on Curve and Arena all the time. Who cares? It's just, this thing has been around since turn 1. We've never had a chance to really kill it. Get this out. If we get this out before he's on Cabal Shadow Priest, that can help too. Clashy XD says, I have around 3,500 dust. I'm thinking about crafting things. I was thinking about Leroy, because he is neutral. Maybe Vile Spine for playing Rogue? Is Leroy a good option, or others a better option? Well, Leroy's one of those cards that's like always probably going to just be good, because you know, he's the ultimate charge minion in the game, neutral charge, so he's always a safe craft, I think, as far as safe crafts go. Guy's just really pressuring face against a priest with the heal. I don't know if I like it. It's pretty risky, but we're going to make this an insane 4-drop. I mean, a 4-attack minion. What is the deal with all these Murlocs, though? Give me a break. So on 7, we can probably Onyx into heal, and then on 8, we've obviously got some lines. I wouldn't mind healing face soon. I mean, we are getting a little low, and he's clearly got some shenanigans cooking her. I don't think he'd be going face as much. I mean, I don't know that he had a good trade. Maybe that was all it was. He probably just didn't have a good trade, so he didn't feel the need to go face. But he could have killed this 4-attack thing with, you know, face, trade on the second half of the Wind Fury pretty easily. And still had a decent board. Hey, Regis been playing the Direhorn N'Zoth deck you showcased on YouTube. I'm now at rank 10 with it. It's so much fun. Yeah, I actually pop that one out still from time to time, man. I'm on the same plan as you there. I bust it out every once in a while. What are we gonna get here? I don't even know what we have available. But regardless, we're gonna trade heal face. It's pretty good against Priest. I think we gotta start dealing face. He's just so pot committed to face. Like, we just have to make sure he doesn't pull out some sort of shenanigan, because when it comes to the board, we're not going to lose the game. Like, we'll have to pass on Free from Amber and Defias Cleaner face, I think. Queffa Gaming, I actually don't feel you. I don't know what you mean, man. Not sure. Oh my god, yes. Beautiful. Our math here is just god-awful, though. Jeez. All the numbers have been like one off this whole game. Still kind of worried about my life total. We're gonna go down to 9. Finja is good too if you're running Murloc decks. Yeah, Finja seems like a pretty safe bet. He's popped up quite a bit. Alex Strauss is always a good go. Not that she's particularly popular right now, but just one of those cards. Wow! Wow! I told you guys, shenanigans. It's the only way we lose.
Easy.
It's freaking insane. Mind Blast for the win. Right? If I hadn't healed face, we'd have been dead. If I hadn't healed face, we would have been dead. Regis, would you rather fight one horse-sized duck or 100 duck-sized horses? Definitely 100 duck-sized horses, and it's honestly not even a question. I've never understood why this is a question people have. It's so obvious to me. A horse-sized duck would be insanely terrifying. God, I need to either hit a taunt or get a... We just need a taunt. Well, I mean, this is fairly obvious. There's really no debate there, which is the best. Like, none of them do anything, and one has the better stats, right? So, I guess mind control actually is a debate if you don't want it to get mind controlled. So maybe there is a debate. Honestly, we don't have a death. It probably wouldn't matter much because I don't know that we could get to a safe health total regardless, especially if he trades. Because the Medivh, even at 7/7, if he goes face, we could only go to 7. But
Aha!
oh, he's making the value trade. I love it. Mind control! Oh, no. Okay, that's fine. We can deal with that. I don't mind this hand at all. Ooh. Okay.
Let me change your mind.
I think we gotta do this. It just removes the most amount of damage from the board, right? And we'll go ahead and do that too. It might trap him into a trade a little bit here. So Mind Blast off the top is still lethal, but we're feeling a little safer every turn. Feeling a little safer every turn. This guy is an absolute jerk. I think we'll have to trade. Death doesn't help me any here. Trade. Like, I know that the sooner we kill this, the sooner we get our Tintin back. But that's not actually the problem right now. The problem is living. I don't really care. And trading these ways keeps the most amount of stats off the board, I think. This removes 6 and leaves 3. We can't, as far as we know, kill this. It might change based on the Amber, but I don't think we want to give this guy a coin. It shouldn't ever matter, because he can't ever play. It shouldn't matter, but just to be ultimately safe, we don't want to give him a coin unless we have to. So we'll trade here and here. And then we'll play the free from Amber. Sure. So Mind Blast up top is still lethal. As is free from Amber into Chompy again. Sort of annoying, but should be alright. Less annoying. Gives me some extra damage through to the face, which I think is very, very valuable. Alright, now I think only free from Amber into Chompy is a possible win. We have enough on board for lethal. Yeah, just in case. Well, let me think. If he does Potion of Madness, yeah, we better play this just in case he Potion of Madnesses. Otherwise, we might have to wait another turn for lethal. He took some risks, man. I just the turn the corner face damage play is often a really good play in Arena that not enough people make, in my opinion. But against Priest, it's especially risky because they just have that guaranteed 2 health coming in every time.
Aha!
Against Rogue or whatever, it's like, yeah, they're not going to heal. I'm fine. Let's just go for it. But against Priest, I don't really like that line. I think it's just too risky. Queffa and Zigzag, guys, thanks for the follows. Sorry I missed you earlier, Queffa. Why do people want me to free from Amber first?
Anduin versus Uther.
Just to check for the dinosaur dude? I mean, the charger dude? I don't know that would have made a difference, though. I think we can crystal into coin, or coin into 3. So we can pass up the 2 here. And it's just not that good of a 2-drop. We might hit something that's better. Or not. But since we have a curve, I'm okay to pass it. I like hired gun on 2. Worst case scenario, it trades into a 2-drop, but that's not that likely.
Aha!
Hey, Gundyman, thanks for the follow. Much love, good sir.
Reporting for duty.
Well, this is fine. Pretty good card. That makes me want to save the coin, but ultimately I think we don't. Not worth it, but it does give me a nice curve, too. I'm missing a 5-drop currently, but maybe we can hit like a death on 5 after we get the teacher out, and we'll be good to go. I'll trade that since we're stabilizing. You always want to trade into the key buff turns. In other words, Blessing of Kings and Spiker's Seed, I think you got to trade into 4, into 6. Sword of Justice, pretty slow, but that's actually a good little start on it. That's a scary dude. Since we have a death, let's go ahead and teach her instead of Shade. Plus, this probably just trades better into the kinds of things. I don't think we can trade into that. He's not likely to get it out up to 4 health or higher. Let's just go face. He's going to make this trade for us, so why bother? If he does Kings it, it's a little iffy because he goes to 7, but we could kill it with the teacher still, so it probably wouldn't matter. We're going to miss the death. That sucks. At least we have an on-curve play to make, though. So he'll trade here. This goes to 3. We could death it, but we may not want to. We might just want to play a body and trade a minion in. Let's see what he plays on 6. That's going to determine a lot here. Hammer of Wrath? What is that? Spellbreaker? That's alright. Not the worst case. Death trade feels pretty good if I hit like a 2 or a 3 drop. Poison Healer doesn't feel very good. I think since we didn't hit a 3-drop, we'll just trade, play this guy. Sucks we gave him heal value and not ourselves, but what can you do? But Hosen Healer with this on the board could be really, really sick. If he Spike Ridges, it's going to feel bad that he kills our guy so efficiently, but we can Defias Cleaner to return it and feel really good. Because we'll just remove so many stats from the board. So he actually has the clear and the flesh eating. But flesh eating is going to be a death target, at the very least. So hopefully we hit a 4-drop. Well, we could just play Hosen worst case, I guess. Shadow Word Pain. I guess we just death into Hosen. It's fine. It's not perfect, right? Because you want to get the value here. But if we do have like a Power Word Tentacles, getting a minion out makes sense. It trades into little stuff. Amber on 8 is almost certainly our play. He's going to go ahead and trade. What's he going to do the 2 damage with? Hammer of Wrath? Consecration is not likely. That would be bad. Oh, nothing actually. He's just queuing up the weapon charge. That makes sense. I like that. Sogoth, 1000% of the time there. Sure. I'll take that. Regis, have you played PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds? Yeah, I play it all the time, Davis. Me and my friends, my real life friends, play it. And I've actually played it on stream before. If you check the VODs, it might still be there. But I like it a lot. I think it's a great game. Tons of fun. Man, he just went ham. I wish I could do this, my god, but you can't. Shadowward Pain, the Bloodfin feels pretty good. I almost want to kill this, though, and see if I can get it off the Onyx Bishop, because that would be, like, the most insane play in history. But it's just not particularly likely, right? It's just not particularly likely. Because we don't have to play the Onyx Bishop now. We can just Defias Cleaner, Shadowward Pain, probably just go face. Which I think is a fine line. So maybe after it dies naturally, we'll try to hit the Onyx Bishop again, right? We'll kill this one because it does the most damage, so. So we should have 7 damage next turn, near guaranteed. I'm going to be sad if he Spike Regis right after playing this, by the way, but I just think we have to for the stat value. He's going to kill it! Wow! Good for me. That's great news, I think. Puts another good body out for the Onyx Bishop is why. These little swarm of 1/1s could be annoying again, but... Oof. Is this better? Is this just objectively better now? I honestly don't think it is. There will be more. Sogoth? It's actually not that bad. If we put it on this guy, it goes to 6 damage, and it goes to 9 health. He has 6... He would have... Oh, actually, he'd have 6 here, and then 8. So he'd have to use the weapon to kill it if it went to 9. He'd have 2, 4, 6, 8. If it goes to 9, he probably can't kill it with the weapon, right? So I think we put it on here. Because if he uses the weapon, he just dies, right? So it means he can't probably kill it, and it means it... yeah. He can't kill it, and then it gets to attack if he can't kill it. So just if we put it on this one, he could actually kill it with the board and maybe somehow stabilize, right? But clearly there were other variables we don't know about, taunts, etc. But it's a pretty important distinction there between those two. As far as what got buffed.
Anduin versus Anduin. The light shall bring victory. Light.
Yeah, 4-1's not bad. That first game was a rip-off game too. Like we just got rolled over. This is pretty intriguing, 2 and a coin 4, but I think we can just keep all this and figure out what works best based on the board state at any given point. It's just a lot of good early game options. Flexibility. Regis top NA player. No, I wish. I sure wish. I'm okay though. Yeah, I think we'll just do this. Like, nothing's on the board yet. We'll just coin into the Tol'Vir. It leaves our curve a little wonky on 4, probably, but we can piece something together. We can heal the Tol'Vir or whatever. As long as this doesn't get Shadowward Pained, I think we're okay. Maybe he'll pain this just to bait it out. Oh, this is gonna hurt him. This one's gonna hurt him a little bit. He's gonna feel this one. He's gonna feel this one in the morning. Like, we actually played a Divine Shield minion immediately after he Blood Knighted. Like, he's gonna be salty about that. I could emote to rub it in, but I don't want to be a jerk. I can't believe that happened. We actually drew into a 4-drop too, which is pretty sick. Ooh, he got something decent. Like, none of our cards are terrible. He might tell us right away. He was getting ready to play it, so we know it wasn't free from Amber. We know for a fact it wasn't free from Amber, right? It had to be one of these. It was probably the Murlocs. I don't know that it was rated elemental or not. And we'll just play a couple 2-drops here. I can't really trade into that because it gives him too much value back. Like, I want one of the 1-attack or 2-attack guys to trade into it as well. So we let it attack twice as fast if we trade the first time. Even though you get, like, the Divine Shield value, he's not going to have a way to answer it anyway because he didn't Shadowward Pain, so. Or that, but regardless, it worked out like we wanted, right? Yeah, just trade. Probably play the Hired Gun and the Sun Fury Protector. And if we can keep this, I don't want this to be taunted, right? There's no reason. If we can keep this alive into 7, we're going to have a good curve on this free from Amber. Makes me sad. I didn't want to play this last turn because of Potion of Madness. Like, he gets the card and I lose it. Now I have to because you just don't have anything else out. Like, I don't want to play it with a minion that kills it pretty easily. I wish I had now, though, because we'd have another card. It was the hired gun he got. Okay. That's fine. I need a good draw here. I need, like, Boulder Fist Ogre. Power Word Tentacles would be okay. Onyx Bishop probably be alright. I don't want to see, like, Mistress of Mixtures. Wait, this is the one from us, but he also had this, too. Just don't want to see Mistress of Mixtures. We want to do this before we trade here, I think, because there's slightly better minions available now. Yeah, I might actually be okay with getting a Crystal and Oracle back. Just because it's card value and we need cards. Because we're not that far behind on the board, right? Like, we need cards more than we need board. So let's kill this first and then we'll play it. Oh, that's actually really good. Oh, sick. Perfect. Cool. It's a good one. Got a 4-drop out of it. So we got, 3, 4, 3, 5. What is that? A 6, 9 in stats for 5 mana? It's not bad. Hey Regis, do you play? Oh, what do you play? WoW? I mean, what do I play in WoW? Like, what class do I play? I play Paladin.
I see gold in your future.
I don't think anything off Shadow Visions really helps me, does it? Like, Shadow Visions first, though, because we're probably going to do both regardless. I think at this point in the game, actually, Free from Amber is best, since we already have a death in hand. The question here is, what do we kill, right? Like, I think we kill... What's more likely to give him some synergies? Probably the Murloc, but it has less total stats, so let's just kill the beast. Thinking about tribal synergies. But I play a Paladin. I was playing tank, so protection, but now I'm pretty much flex on a raid, because I don't raid as much, so... Just whatever role we need filled. Tank, heals, or DPS. I'm 906 eye level currently, right now. Something like that. We're on 8 out of 10 in normal Tomb of Sargeras so far. Is Devilsaur or Gruul actually just better than Devilsaur here? Like, I know the Devilsaur gets charged, but do we really care that much? Like, isn't Gruul just going to potentially steamroll like crazy? I think so. I don't think we need the charge. It's not like we're in danger of dying or anything. Let's just hope the Gruul sticks. Starts out as an 8 for 8. I traded into the biggest thing to just maybe mean that Gruul lives a little more, because 1 health is not that significant against a priest, right? 1 versus 2 or whatever is the same difference. We have a good answer here. That's for sure. Oh, it hurt, guys. That one hurt. I hate having to kill a Devilsaur. Yeah, Gruul was definitely the right call. He's just already crazy. This is one of the few cards in the game, by the way, I feel like that has an effect at the end of each turn, not like your turn or your opponent's turn. It's each turn, so it gets buffed twice per cycle, basically. That should not be a problem. We've had some, I wish the battle cries worked, but because this would be amazing, and this could be fun, but there's no reason to risk it, so. Play around that meteor, guys. Not that we really did, but. What's with the mic? Does the mic sound funny? Should be the same as far as I know, but. Oh, there might be some background noise. I think my lady woke up a little earlier than anticipated, so. That might be it. Keeps sounding like you're a robot. Does anybody else hear that? Anybody else hear robot Regis? Because it could be internet related. Sometimes if your internet's cutting out a little bit or you're having trouble keeping up with the stream, I think it can go robot-y. I stream at pretty high bit rate and 60 FPS, so it's actually pretty demanding on you guys to watch my stream, which I know, but I like it because it makes the videos better on YouTube, and I think there are probably bitrate controls for people too if you need them. So, but I like to have the highest quality possible. Otherwise, I don't really. I mean, I know this is really normally pretty good, but in Arena it's not that great over the Sun Fury because, like, what would we need to cost reduce? I guess it's, you know, in case we get a Shadow Visions or Pain or something, it's fine. Rogue is always very, very scary. Hate Infinite Weapon, hate Vilespine Slayer. Like, Robot Regis does sound awesome. Like, I want to do that now. I want to be a robot. What did he play? Journey Below. Okay. That's fine. I mean, we can probably get some good Gluttonous Ooze value. The question is, do we want to do it just like right off the bat? Or do we want to save it for an Envenom Weapon? And I think we want to save it for an Envenom Weapon. I think we kind of have to almost. This should be fine. Just trade Hired Gun. Next turn we can Bilefin heal. He's clearly going to weapon here to trade. We break his turn 3 at least for that, which is nice. We give him a pretty good weapon target with the taunt here, but still probably protects the elemental. If we can keep this elemental alive until 7, that's always the dream, right? Keep it alive till turn 7 somehow, and we'll win the game. This is a great card. It's our turn 5 that's the problem right now. We can see a turn 4. We can see a turn 6 and 7, maybe. That actually feels fairly good, him having to take 4 damage and fall behind on board here. Regis, what do you think about Priest control deck, not Silence? I've seen people find some success with that for sure. Oh, there's our turn 5, so that's good news. And we can actually heal this guy up again, too. Fan of Knives would be pretty brutal, but not that bad, honestly. We would just heal face for no gain, but it's a Yeti at that point. And I don't think that's very likely. Hopefully this lives. It does, but we don't get to do much with our turn. Shadow Word Pain would be cool, but then we'd not have anything else to do. Oracle's not that exciting. We'll just heal and hold. Heal and hold.
Aha!
Debatably, we should trade this in, I guess, shouldn't we? Yeah, we'll go ahead and trade this in, because it dies to too much too easily. And we need to do that damage to that anyway. So, we'll only really regret it if we hit like a Shadow Word Pain that would have cleaned it up otherwise. But probably this 4/5's running in. We can't Cabal Shadow Priest when it's on our turn, right? So, well, that's sad. No Cabal Shadow Priest target on 6, unfortunately. Shadow Word Pain. It happened. We kind of feel bad, like we said. How greedy do we want to be with this ooze, guys? Is the question now. I think a little greedy since we have so many free from Ambers. He might go for a value trade here to enable the free from Ambers, what my hope is. I think smart money's on killing the Radiant Elemental, but... The greed is real, and the greed is rewarded. Oh my god, we held so long on this. So freaking long. Wow. I mean, yeah, we still could have hit an Invented Weapon, but I'm not gonna risk it. Like, we just killed 9 damage. I'm okay with that. 12 damage swing basically there. as far as face damage is concerned. We probably saved a few minions. We got the turn 8 coming. Trades here. We should be good to go. All that stuff's a little bit annoying, but not like super annoying. It's going face again. Oh my god. The punish is about to get real.
Let me change your mind.
We gotta do this. Like, one of our things is probably gonna get hit. So let's just get a card and heal up the damage that gets taken, right? Like, it's a good card. It's a good card. So we've got a good board, good follow-up. We've got removal. We know that this is in his deck, by the way. Maybe in his hand. So we need to be a little bit careful with Assassinate. Of course, that's always going to be a thing. Regis did the PogChamp, did I? Somebody screenshot that for some future emotes, right? I gotta start thinking about emotes, guys. Oh, god dang it! We could have had an even better target, arguably. Jeez, but we'll just kill that and free from Amber. It's fine. Let's free from Amber first, just in case it matters. I think Sogoth is actually better when we know that he runs Assassinate, right? Like, it's just really hard to deal with. It's not good against Vilespine Slayer is the only thing. But we know for a fact he has Assassinate. We don't know about Vilespine Slayer, so I'm taking the one that's slightly more likely. We lose a lot of potential damage, of course, with the Deathwing there. But if he did just Assassinate it, we'd feel sort of bad. We'll just see what happens. Either one, I could probably make a pretty strong case. I could probably make a 10-minute video describing why either of those choices was correct, by the way. But I don't think we need to. We'll take the big body off this one if we get it. Here, I think we just go face and ignore that. He's going to have to trade it in eventually anyway. Purify on a Corrupted Seer. I've seen it all, guys. I've seen it. We've drawn all of our free from Ambers, right? So Shadow Visions is not going to give us anything good. Singing Sogoth, okay. Double Sogoth's not bad, guys. Just we need to not get like crazy Vilespine stuff.
None.
What? That's the old school Vilespine Slayer. What the heck? How? No, and it's a 4-attack minion. That's like the perfect priest answer. I think we have lethal though, it looks like, thankfully, because that is some BS. That is some BS, boys. Crazy. How do you get that good of an answer to Sogoth? I'm glad we won the game there. There was a chance we kind of ran out of gas, but... God. Black Knight. That's nuts. 6 wins, though. I'm pretty happy how this is going so far. We're steamrolling. I think this is probably the point where we start to run into trouble, though. Like, I wouldn't be totally surprised if we bowed out at 6-3. If we get to like 8-3, that sounds probably pretty reasonable. But soon, I think we're going to hit some trouble. That is, if we can actually find a game. That's going to be the first requirement. Have you ever gotten sniped, says AC? I don't know. It's really hard to know that. Some people were suspicious the other night, but I'm pretty hesitant to say that's a thing. Just because I'm not very popular, right? I mean, I am on the top of Twitch, usually not top of Twitch, but like the first row or second row of Twitch, so... I mean, it's certainly possible to see my name. Like, right now, we're the number 9 streamer on Twitch. So, it's definitely possible people see the name and, like, oh, I know that name from Twitch, and go check it out. Because we do just use the standard Regis Gilbin here on... So what do we have here? We can, like, coin into 3. We don't have a 4-drop, so maybe we keep the Radiant Elemental, and this is a good curve. Have you encountered any mages yet? I don't think we've played a mage yet, have we? Mostly paladins, I think. Priests and paladins so far, it sounds like. Regis, don't be so pessimistic. You'll get 12 and 1. Hey, that'd be great.
Reporting for duty.
That'd be great. It's been a couple weeks since we had a 12 winner, so that'd be fine. The Bossa BG, Effect 334, and Nick and Vivus Sperendum and Gundayman. Guys, thank everybody for the follows. Much love, guys. A lot of followers lately coming in on Twitch. I think being near the top of the Twitch, as I just mentioned, like being one of the top 8 or whatever, really makes the follower counts go up much faster. I think we're just going to take this trade. We already got a reasonable amount of value out of that, right? We killed 4 mana worth of stuff, basically. Well, we didn't really... Yeah, we did. We did. He traded first. That's smart. So we got a turn 4 and a turn 5 and a turn 6, which is good against Paladin. I think we'll just take all of these trades. Because I'm worried about, like, Blessing of Kings, of course. Makes no difference if this has taunt or doesn't have taunt. It's completely irrelevant in this scenario. We're not likely to hit a great Onyx Bishop here, but it's fine. It'll still just be some stats on the board, right? We gotta take that trade too. Just taking all the trades. I think actually we want to Onyx Bishop first though, right? Because we got 4 3s right now. Only. And these are going to be 2 3s. There's an argument to be made that we could have wanted a Radiant Elemental for the faster free from Amber, but I'm not that worried about that right now. I'd like to see him play like True Silver so we can ooze it. Like True Silver Hero Power. We denied the Spike Ridged value. We haven't answered Spike Ridged, but just need to line it up right. Well, I'd like to see him Hero Power pass. That's what I'd really like to see, of course. But you know what I mean.
Aha!
If he's going to play something, then. Jonas656, thanks for the follow, man. Welcome. Do you think Lich King will be the theme for the next expansion? That's the most logical explanation I've heard so far. But, I mean, ultimately, I have no idea, right? Who knows? Could be anything as far as I know. That would be a cool one, though. A lot of people love Lich King. Wrath of the Lich King era WoW, so I think it'd be popular. The only Amaz video I like is the blindfolded arena run. I haven't seen that one, but that's interesting. Oh, sorry, Tan45. If you go to English only, I'm like number 9. So if you go to international streams, there's like a bajillion, right? But if you sort by English, which I think a lot of people do. I don't know how you would do a blindfolded arena run, for the record, but that does sound kind of fun. Let's just test the secret, I guess. Well, let's do this first, because we're pretty sure this is going to happen.
Checkmate.
So I don't have a great turn 7. He's still not on Spike Ridge Steed territory because he can't Hero Power and Steed, unless he has a 1-drop. That'd be amazing. I'd love to get this out. I don't want to have to play this on 8 when we want to play Amber.
Pass me that Arclight banner.
That's a good Shadow Word Pain target. Frankly, it's funny, like his buffs here have so far meant nothing, and actually one of his buffs got a minion killed. So the buff was worse for him. I don't have a great curve here. We might just have to go ahead and play the ooze. I think I'm just gonna go ahead and throw down this ooze. I know it's very likely to get value from a weapon destruction, but I need stats, right? I want to capitalize the board as much as we can here. And 3 health's pretty good against a Paladin traditionally, so. Yeah, the Knicks did, in fact, get rid of Phil Jackson. I heard this morning that was going to happen, and it sounds like you confirmed it, so not surprising. Clearly botched a lot of the management there. Well, punished. Still not sure I'm going to regret it, just because we're pumping in so much damage at this point, and we have the Free from Amber coming too. It's like, we just wanted to get the damage in, so... I mean, if he's using this thing to clear minions, he's just dying, right? So, the same idea kind of takes hold. Especially when we know we can get through a Spike Ridge or a Tyrion. It's like, let's just punish, right? This is basically worth 3 extra damage right now. We could have taken 8 damage off of his, but we're not worried about... Oh my god, no! That's brutal. We could have cleared and denied the equality a little bit, but... It's okay. Wish we had a dragon in hand, though. Spike Ridge? Play a Spike Ridge, man. Commit to a Spike Ridge. It's like the one time you want to see a paladin play Spike Ridge Steed. I can't deal with that. It's okay. Sure. God, if only you got the battle cries, guys. How insane would this be? We just got a Mastodon here. I think he can probably clear... No, he can't clear with the board as we understand it. He has 9 damage, so that's perfect. If he has to use the weapon, he's going to commit a lot to this. Do not equality me again. Oh my god. Oh boy. Oh boy. That's a lot of cards, guys. That's a lot. He still has to use the weapon though, so he's going to go down to 7 Elvier. He's going to use 2 more Doppelgangsters and a weapon charge. We'll be able to queue up Sunwalker and Hosen Healer. Probably. He's definitely going to draw a Spike Ridge Seed at this point. Like, there's no way. I wonder if he just doesn't kill it. I wonder if he just holds. No, he's going to kill it. We just don't have enough direct damage. It's going to be hard for us to get back into this now. The equality blew me out.
Aha!
Quality sucks. Come on! This is the biggest punish in history. Biggest punish in history. Oh, God. That was brutal. He's gonna draw like 5 million cards. Does it actually help me to play the Hosen Healer at all in this scenario? 1. He probably doesn't want to... Well, no, he can just draw all day. He's got 12 cards left. 1. He's got 4 here, so he probably has to use the Colt. 5. He does 10. I don't see how we win. I don't see how we win. Eight cards in hand. There's just no way to win. We probably should have played this sooner too. This is fun to watch. Regis' favorite card is Brand Bronzebeard, of course. Yeah, that's a pretty good card. I like that one a lot. Not worse on Commander. God, 10 cards in hand. I mean, we can play enough stuff that if he does this wrong, we might still be able to find a win, right? Like, there's... We can't free from Amber into Devilsaur. Oh, that's a problem. We can't really kill that. And we're just dead next turn. Yeah, I think we're cooked.
Is someone injured? Just a pinch of it.
Just throwing this down to absorb a hit, right? Like, maybe keeps me alive for a turn. I don't know. We're dead, most likely, but 99% of the time. Regis, I think you missed the joke with Bran. I don't know if I did. It's because I look like Bran, right? Like, I don't... If that was meant to be a joke, it's legitimate argument. I like Bran a lot. And he looks like me.
Well played.
Well played. 6 and 2. That was brutal. I don't really know if it was the ooze that cost us there or not. A lot of people are going to point to that as the swing, but I think that game swung regardless. If we destroyed he would have got one hit off the thing anyway, and would have been able to set up the equality trades regardless, because we wouldn't have had an ooze on the board, so we would have only had 2 minions on the board instead of 1. He still would have got the first attack off from the axe, right? Because he has to play it before we can ooze it. Which means he still got the first 2 tokens, which means he still got the equality on Deathwing. So I think we probably lost regardless. I don't know. From what I can remember, at least. This thing's actually pretty good to keep. Since we have the pain, I think we can be a little bit risky with the gambles here. So this will be the game that he plays the Spike Ridge, and we don't have the Defies Cleaner, right? Like, this will be that game. It'll flip. This is the good combo we hit again. First time I've been able to watch your stream, it says Toga Bilp. You're what got me into Hearthstone. Cheers. That's awesome to hear, dude. Thanks.
Reporting for duty.
Can we do this, or we just have to hold a turn? Like, 'cause we can just do this on 3 or 4. I think we just hold and get greedy with it a little bit. What is that sound? It sounds like a jackhammer. You guys hear that in the background? Might actually be exactly that. It might be a jackhammer. Ooh, all 5 are minions. Like, it's good to know that it's not an axe, but... Well, that's actually a sort of fortuitous draw, I think. Now, if we play it, though, we risk losing the value here, because he could trade. So let's just hold. Let's just hold. I think that'll help us catch up a little bit. Or you just getting swatted. Yeah. Great. That's what I need. Okay. 2 for 1 there is nice. But this all is very scary. So we'll see. Oh, that's not that scary. If I'm him, I would have played for tempo. Maybe these are all high-cost cards, though, so maybe he can't. But still. If they're not, I think I would have went for body on the board there. Instead of something that's ultimately fairly slow. And I suspect we still have to do this, even though it doesn't really line up particularly well with the Stonehill. We can, I don't know. We could have coined a pain on it too, but I just don't think that's the best target. We could also coin out this Mistress, but then we miss our 6-drop, so I think I'm just going to hold. I think that has to be a death target, even though we already got value from it. That's a good thing to have in hand. I'm happy to see that. Do we need to play this, or can we Shadow Visions into a Free from Amber? I guess we could do both, actually. Yeah, let's just do both. We don't need the coin right now. Because we're gonna have a 6-drop. We kind of slow down a Free from Amber maybe by a turn, but we have 3 strong 6-drops. So let's just get ahead on the board a little bit here. We could have maybe taken the Power Word Tentacles to hit on the Mistress, but I don't think it's super likely. The hope here is that he plays Spike Ridge and trades, and we silence, and we're good to go all day. But who knows? Regis, do you prefer Arena or Constructed? Definitely prefer Constructed, but it's honestly pretty close. Ugh. It's actually fairly annoying because he's gonna have a minion to attack, right? Like, we can just play this Boulder Fist, but it doesn't have taunt, so I mean, it doesn't matter if we play taunt. It's just he's gonna have a good value trade this way. And then we'll have to trade back into a 4-attack minion, which doesn't feel very good. Maybe he Spike Ridged it and trades here. Would actually not be super great, regardless. Looks like Sunwalker into Crystalline's the play. We'll just trade. That's still fine. We could try to paint something and make a trade or whatever to be sneaky, but I think just trade Sunwalker's okay. And Crystalline. So you can trade. He's got a 3-1. We have a 6-7. I don't know. We need a swing turn here. He's still got a lot of cards in hand. It's very, very scary against a paladin. This could still fall apart pretty quickly. Oh, that's actually pretty annoying. That's hard for us to deal with. Ugh. Ugh, we need AoE in the stack. I think that's our biggest downfall. Like, look at this nonsense. Holy Nova. How delicious and tasty does Holy Nova look? Oh my god, it still looks good. It still looks good. I think we Shadowword Pain, Northshire Heal, play a Violet Illusionist maybe. Is that enough mana? 3, 5, 8, yeah. Never mind. This looks a little better. This looks a little better. I think we deny card draw value this way, right? And I think we heal here. This theoretically contests both of those regardless. So we don't need to pain. We can pain on a more valuable target than just the Socialite, I think. Alright, so that was a pretty good swing. Thank God he played this Burn Bristle. Otherwise, we'd be a little bit out of luck. Shaw the One says, I think I ran into one of your vids on YouTube. That's certainly a possibility. There are a lot. Hey Regis, what's going on, mate? I have to thank you. Your blessings of the cards through YouTube. I got a Golden Lyra. That's awesome, Maximus, dude. Congrats on the fantastic Golden Legendary. One of the best possible outcomes in Oguro, I would say. God, he just keeps going wide, and that's like the one thing we can't handle very well because we don't have an AoE. We're just all tall minions. Very narrow, and he's very wide. I think he still trades, right? Like, we don't... Doesn't feel good, but... I mean, we can get Defias value here, but it can't possibly be worth it, right? Like, there's just no way. I think we just raid in Elemental free from Amber. Trade into what we can. Trade here. Probably don't trade here. It might depend on the free from Amber, though, so let's just see. I mean, we could just play minions and try to get cards, but I think that comes later. We still know half his hand is minions, so it's not super likely he has like Equality Consecration for a full clear. Let's see what we get here. If we get a taunt, it changes things. Yeah, let's take the Mastodon, obviously. This probably changes the trade order a little bit.
Obey.
This goes down to Consecration health totals if I play it. If I trade here. I'm not worried about this health dying, really, so I think we trade here to keep it out of Consecration range. Sure, we give him a lot of little dudes, but I don't really care. We have, what, 12, 14, 16 damage available, so we're not going to be in lethal range anytime soon. That's probably not an issue. What class do you play in WoW, Regis? I play Paladin. I started out with a Warrior in Legion, whose name was Regis Kilbin. And then I didn't enjoy it that much, so I switched to Paladin. They can trades for us. So how much damage do we have? We need to do this again. 12, 16, 18 damage. So we're not there yet. Shadowlord Pain doesn't do a whole lot of work here. Cleaner doesn't do a lot of work. I think we're going to draw here first, see what we get, and then probably just trade our Ogre into his Ogre. Make one other small trade. Leave up some stuff. South Sea Captain. We actually... Is this guy not a pirate? No, he's Defias. That's annoying.
This only works on the simple mind.
Is there any reason to kill this? I mean, there might be some logic to clearing the board. But, I guess it goes to 7. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I like this or not, to tell you the truth. But 3 health's a magic number against Paladin, so we'll try. Consecration trade gets through 2 things, it leaves me with 3 minions, so... Call of the Wild is not really that bad. I mean, it's crazy that he got Call of the Wild, but in this particular instance, I guess it could be worse. I mean, we're still going to have a little bit of difficulty stabilizing, maybe, but... Shadowlord Pain's a great answer here. We've got a good trade. Oh, I've actually got a sick trade now. Okay. So we got to do this to set up the trade. We heal here. Get a card. We go there. We get another card.
Look behind you.
And we deny charge on Spiker's Steed by killing the minion. Sacrificing a little bit of damage, of course, but still worth. Because he can't charge into something now. If he plays it now, we just get to silence it and hammer him, so... Okay, still got 2 minions in hand. We have no idea what they are. He's played a lot of these. It's his 3rd one. Classic Paladin Call of the Wild, that's right. Salt just says, I have 2 questions for you. Do you still have interest in SOE Dexperimental Ideas? Oh, some Dexperimental Ideas? Yeah, sure. You can always send me suggestions. I have a list I keep, basically. Second suggestion is, do you read your YouTube live stream comments or only the Twitch ones? I try to read both. I just bounce back and forth, so it just depends on which one I'm at. I miss a little bit in both, basically, but there's so many. Right now, there's, 250 people exactly watching across both channels, so it's definitely hard to keep up with everybody. Although Twitch tends to be much more active in the commenting department, so that can make a difference. How much damage do we have? 8, 12, 13 plus 2? It's 15, so we're not there yet, but we can tentacles to kill this thing, and I think we might have to. It's a little bit scary.
A new recipe.
And then we'll draw a card too, since it's a nice big guy.
Obey.
Are we still on a 2-turn clock if I make this trade? Let's see. We'll do 4 to the face now, so he'll be at 15, and we would have 10, 14, exactly 15 remaining. So probably... Yeah, I think we're okay to clear.
Look behind you.
Let's check again. 10, 15, yeah. I guess we can play another 3 health guy. We have enough cards in hand, it probably doesn't hurt. Like, we can still refill if we have to. 7:45 a.m. with Regis and coffee. Sounds like a perfect morning as far as I can remember. My deck ideas, both Mukla's and the Beast and a Hunter, who focuses a bit on hand buffs, and the rest like always. That sounds cool. Double Mukla Hunter. So he actually had a heal. So that playing this is not going to make the difference, but it almost did. We could try to hit an Amber Devilsaur here for the win. And if we miss it, we can trade up a little bit just to preserve our board some. We don't have lethal, right? 10, 18, 19. No, 10, 18, 19. No, so we're 2 off. Let's hit Devil Soar. Nope. Sea Giant clearly the best here. So we don't need a taunt. But we'll trade up here and go heal this one, I suppose. And go face. So Quality Consecration is pretty good. Equality itself is probably not enough. Via Quality Consecrations, he plays a 4-drop, so we can probably not deal with it very easily, but we can at least reload the board a little bit. We're similar on cards left in deck, so if it ever somehow comes down to fatigue, we're probably okay there too. We have a total of 14 cards left to work with. He has a total of 15 left to work with, but we still have a board, and he'd have to spend 2 to clear it, so it'd be pretty tough to lose this one, I think, guys. I think he's digging for an answer right now, and he doesn't see anything, and we're going to have a concede in 4, 3, 2, 1. Too soon. He's just going to kind of auto-concede here via attack, it looks like. Albert Peacekeeper. Oh! What? Oh my god! I've never seen that before. He should have played it like 3 or 4 turns ago. It's way too late to be relevant now. Ysera is pretty good. First Ysera we've gotten. His Blubber Baron is 14-14, guys. Why didn't he play that sooner as like an 8-8 or something crazy? It's almost like he knew he was going to lose, so he's like, nah, screw it. I'm just going to see how big I can get it. Let's see how big this thing will go. Oh my god. That is crazy. I've had those before get to like 6-6 and stuff in Arena, but never a 13-13. Jeez. That is the craziest thing I've ever seen. He's not responding to a sad face. Cheeky Biscuit, I'm here. To see your question, I'm currently rank 3 in Standard. I was rank 1 last night, so I've had a bad 12 hours, but I may still have time to hit Legend. We'll see. Just read your articles on Tempo Storm, says AC. Well, welcome, dude. And thanks for the support. They're mostly Heroes of the Storm, so I hope you enjoyed them. And they're a little old at this point, right? A little dated, but still probably some good basic level information. Ryan Hanselman, I got a beef with you, Regis. Was watching a VOD of yours and you said Cleveland is definitely not a favorite city of yours. What do you got against Cleveland, bro? You ever been here? No, I don't have anything against Cleveland. It's just not one of my favorite cities, right? Like, I think that conversation was probably around NBA teams or something. I don't know. I have been to Cleveland once. It was a while ago, but I was neutral to it. It was fine. It's just not one of my favorites. To be a favorite, it has to go above and beyond. It can't be merely average, right? So, just didn't make the cut. When does the season end? Just a couple days from now. This hand's okay, right? Like it's not perfect. Nothing crazy fancy is gonna happen, but we do have some curve, so we can work with this. What card is better, Medivh or Jiraxis? I think at the end of the day, Jiraxis, in the current meta though, definitely Medivh. So, if you're talking about all-time history of Hearthstone, Jiraxis will take the cut, but otherwise, I think you gotta go with Medivh for now. A lot of 4-attack minions against Priest, but this thing's pretty annoying against my board, right? He's probably going to get a free trade into our ooze. We trade back with the hired gun here.
Aha!
So we're okay, but there's a little bit of an annoying roadblock. I love Regis's curves. Thanks, man. Ooh! I trade into the 4-3. Yeah, that's the right play. I don't know if I would have made that trade, though. You don't have to. I would have probably traded to get the side value on the 1-1, and I still would have had to run the 4-1 into the to the 1-3 or whatever it would have been at that point. So he probably could have. It guess wouldn't have mattered too much. Yeah, he could have saved a minion. Actually, it would have mattered. It actually would have mattered quite a bit. He didn't know for sure that that was going to be what happened, but this curve is actually pretty slick. 6, and we can always play this on 7 if we have to. This card has been completely useless, as expected, right? Like, we've just never had the chance to play this. I don't even think we've played it, like, just as a tempo kind of leftover mana type play. I think it's just been sitting there literally every game. We'll trade the Ellie, play the Boulder Fist. 7 wins, though, guys. I'm pretty happy with 7 wins. Like, we didn't know for sure this deck was going to be amazing. Not the greatest tier score in history. Oh, Fire Plume trade's pretty good. We'll just play 6-drop trade, I think. Probably don't have to trade there, right? But just in case he does have an efficient answer like Death, try to get extract some value from the minion before it dies for free. Against Priest with a lot of removal, like I like to try to get something out of it, right? I don't know if we'll kill this 2-3 though. Let's see what we get here. Mastodon just feels like the best option. We'll kill one and go face with the other. I don't want to take this down to 2 health. 2 health is a little easier for Priest to deal with Holy Smite, Holy Nova, etc. Alkanai, Ping. But 4 health, it means he has to have pretty much exactly Dragonfire Potion to kill these. And if he does that, then he probably doesn't have an answer for the Mastodon, so kind of balances us out a little bit with one tall thing and a couple shorter things. Plus he commits pretty much this whole turn with Dragonfire Potion as well. So we have 16 on board of each. Oh, there we go. Got it. That's a pretty good reload. Pretty good draw against Priest. Dragonfire Potion doesn't work against Ysera. It's a good minion. I think I'd like the minions at this point. I don't think we want board clear. Although we might want board clear eventually. I need this to live. Mind Control's not up yet, so I think it lives no matter what, except now he gets Polymorph Potion potentially next turn, so we're going to trade in the Oracle for sure, just because we want to get the card off this, just in case he polymorphs us all, right? I think we'll just play the South Sea Captain as well, only. I'm still gonna suicide this, guys. Like, I want to get the card. I'm gonna make a trade and suicide it. How much damage does the Polymorph Potion do? I can't even remember. Or how much damage does the Kazakus Potion do? Does it do 4 to the board or 6 to the board? I think I'm gonna heal Ysera regardless. And just play this guy. I don't really know. I can't remember what... I honestly can't remember what Kazakus does at this point. Which is sad. Got 2 nice reloads, though, frankly. 6. It's 6 damage, okay. So he's clearing our board. We probably didn't have to trade then. We probably could have went face. We didn't know for sure he was going to get that 6 damage. I just assumed he was going to get the Polymorph. And maybe nothing else. God, what a reload, though. Dragonfire Potion? Nope. You just use your Kazakus Potion for 10. So it's like, come on, bring it. Shadowbird Death, good answer, I guess, but we only spent 4 mana. Oh, Death is almost certainly going to kill whatever he plays here, unless it's exactly Ysera. Should be annoying, but... Oh! Nas! Sorry, dude. Shutting down your Nas. He didn't show Death, so let's just go ham. Yeah, I think he should have went for the 5 mana potion too, honestly, just so he could do something after the potion. Because he didn't really need... Well, actually, the 5-mana potion doesn't polymorph everything, though, does it? He might have been worried that he couldn't kill Ysera, so he probably had to go for the 10-mana potion. I think he made the right call there. I think you have to go for Ysera. Oh! Shadow Word Pain coming in clutch, guys. By the way, this is going to look hilarious, but... a 9/11 going into a gastropod. But it's still lethal. Still lethal. Cool. Ysera, clutch. Ysera, clearly game winner there. We don't win that game without Ysera. 8 wins, though. We're rolling. I'm supposed to stop my stream at this point, but of course I can't cut this arena run short. We gotta keep going till we finish here. So I'm gonna be late for work. Not really though. I'm very flexible in that regard.
Anduin versus Jaina.
Oh, this is our end, guys. Meteors for days. We're doomed. Let's look for better cards, right? Like this is a good card. Oh, those are bad cards. We are definitely screwed. I don't see how we win here. Is this our first mage, by the way, in 10 games? I think that's actually crazy. If this is our first mage in 10 games. Actually crazy. Just concede. Yeah, it feels that way sometimes.
Hello.
Fired so Regis can stream more. No, that wouldn't be good. Maybe someday. I don't like how he's greetings us already. Like, that's not good. I don't want to hear the greetings. Like, don't give me the hellos. Oh my god, this hand is garbage. It's kind of a fitting in, though, because these were some of the first cards we drafted. We were like, oh my gosh, all these 6-drops. And here they are, our demise. Ping on 2 would help a lot. Okay. That's good, because it means he might have to commit to this ping on 3. And we're not super worried about card advantage. We're mostly worried about getting blown out from early tempo at this point. I don't think him having a lot of cards is nearly as risky as just dying before it matters. So if he pings here, we're probably okay. So we can get back ahead on board. That's fine. Oh, that's actually probably good for me. Still no 5-drop, but Northshire heal can make a suitable turn 5, maybe. That's pretty brutal. I think I have to play the value game here, guys. Tempo is going to be very hard to come by at this point. I don't know. Oh, that's actually really good for me. Really good. I know he has a ton of cards, but like I said, we can go toe-to-toe with cards. We can't go toe-to-toe with 75 minions killing me in the face before we even know what's going on, right? That's the real risk we have. I can handle the cards. We can find a way to beat cards. We can't find a way to beat 7 dudes because we don't have any AoE, which he doesn't know, right? So he might be thinking, I gotta go for value, this is a late-game priest. And he still might outvalue us. Like, that's obviously still a risk. But at least we have a shot this way. If we did it the other way, we didn't have a shot. Is he going to ping here or trade? What's he thinking about? I think we'll probably Sunwalker Northshire. Actually, I think just Defias Mistress is a little better. Or maybe just Defias on its own, actually, is fine.
Just act natural.
The reason I decided, I don't know, I kind of wanted to play this because if he goes into Firelands Portal, it's kind of awkward for him to send the 4/4 in to break the shield in Firelands Portal. But I don't know. Sometimes I think you need to save the taunt to protect an asset, which is why I changed my mind. Who really knows what's right? Counterspell would lose me the game if I play free from Amber, so I have to be very careful here. We might have to hold on the Amber for a bit. I can't lose my turn 8 to counterspell. Faceless Shambler's not that bad. I think we kind of have to test like Mirror Entity.
Side effects? No. Trust me.
I honestly wanted it to be that, to tell you the truth. If I play this, we lose to a lot of stuff. I didn't really play around Meteor very well. Well, sort of did. I guess it doesn't really matter. Just depends on how he wants to trade. Probably should have put the 3L thing on this side, though. Ping, Meteor, trade. It's pretty good. Could have done it anyway, though. Right? Probably. I don't think we're going to see Meteor, though. Or he wouldn't have done that. The math doesn't line up very well. So we still don't know what secret this is. I think we have to test with Pain, and then we can hammer later if we need to. It really was not a very efficient answer for our board state. Like, that was not a very good turn. That brings me a lot of confidence. Actually, we want to Shadow Word Pain this one. Clutch decisions, guys. Clutch decisions.
This might sting.
We've already seen a polymorph. The question is, do we ever get meteored on just this minion? I think he would have meteored before, so it's not super likely. I think we just go face, right? I'm not that worried about the 2-3. We have answers for that. What's better, Arcane Explosion or Maelstrom Portal? Definitely Maelstrom Portal. I think that's obvious. What's the win condition for this deck? Yeah, a lot of giant 8+ cost minions is what the win condition is. I can't believe we stabilized here. He had just an awkward turn. Is the only reason. So suddenly we're like looking halfway okay because we got this giant dude on board. We need a little more cards in hand because we're at like 4v6. But the cards we do have in hand are cards that create cards and cards that remove cards very efficiently. So we might be alright just from what we got.
Pay attention, class.
That's not good for us. Because, you know, a lot of tokens are problematic in this deck. I think we just go big. I can work with that. This thing actually probably trades pretty well into the board at some point. So the question is, do I need to heal? It's 8. I'm not like super worried about dying right now, but the healing is kind of a thing you have to do at every turn if you want to get the max amount out. I think given the state of our board, we're just going to heal. We might get Ysera Awakens to clean up stuff anyway. Like I said. Might get a minion to clean some stuff up. How long has it been since you went 12 wins? I don't know, a couple weeks ago probably. The last one's on YouTube, so you could probably figure it out from there. A couple days before whenever that video went up. It was a 12-0 mage. I've had a lot of 9 and 10 win runs the last week, both on stream and off. A lot of like 8, 9, 10 range. 12's pretty tough hurdle though, of course. Alright, so Death into Ysera Awakens is probably good. The only concern is, do we need to worry about our health total if we do that? We go down to 9, go back up to 11. So we play around Pyroblast, and we just do 11 damage to his face. We do 16 damage to his face. I think this is the right line. Is there really any way to play around Meteor here? This is the wrong way, but I guess this is probably the best way. I guess this is actually... Yeah, this is probably the best way, right? Because if I do it here, he just Meteors Ysera. So if I do it here, if he Meteors Ysera, the other two live. So this looks alright. I'm only playing that so that if he does like Polymorpheus Era or something, we have 2 other ways to kill him, right? If he gets rid of any one thing, the other 2 can do the job. Whereas that's not the case if they're just alone. Alright, well, that's pretty good. If he pings face here, we might get a read on Pyroblast. Instead, definitely not reading Pyroblast, but I think I'm still going to heal face because there's a lot of other things. Oh man, yeah, definitely. Sure. Sure, I can do that. Yashiraj and Ysera, we got the Y boys in town. Alright, not the best one, but still a body. Meteor's pretty tough against this board. Fireball, ping kills me? That would be really sad given the state of our board. I'm expecting a concede and nothing else. And then we'll Nightmare Yashiraj for the kill. God, these free from ambers have been clutch. I'm so glad I picked the one that I wasn't supposed to pick according to Hearth Arena. I think we made a great call there. What's up, Regis? When are you going to start going to tournaments with Pavel? I might need to with this crap right here. That Pavel, if you guys watch Seat Story Cup, Pavel, he was like down to basically 0 health against Tice. He was playing Mage, and Tice is playing Druid. And he looked like he was down and out. Like there were maybe a very couple small chances he had a chance to stabilize, but mostly he just hit Firelance Portal into Halaziel that gave him a ton of life, basically, that pulled him back into the game. So no longer was it like a 1 damage Ice Block pop, it was suddenly like a 20 damage Ice Block pop. It's just brutal. Alright guys, 9 and 2. This might actually be a keep here. Honestly, almost all of this could be a keep, because we're very likely to hit a 3-drop by the time we need it. And we could just use the pain aggressively on 2. And then if we can hit like this into this is just ridiculously good. That's obviously way too slow. We might have been a little greedy here, but again, I don't know that we can just go toe-to-toe in a tempo game. I think we have to... Oh, this hand is really slow now. Oh boy. We'll see. Oh boy. That's a good sign. Really good. I mean, ooh, do we want to do that, or we just want to wait? I think we just play on curve, right? I think we just play on curve. 3, 4, 5, and that allows us to coin out an amber sooner, which I think is going to be necessary. We need to hit a really big... Wow! That's great news for us, dude! Thank you! That is sick. God, if I actually coin out the Sinjin here, and then the Shade, and then the Onyx Bishop is basically guaranteed to hit either a Sinjin or a Shade, which is really good. Okay. I like this line better. Plus, we were actually getting a little heavy-handed on cards. I don't know what he's doing, but could be a chance we overdraw or something. Should be bad. Alternatively, I think we have to do this. It's just too good. So now we lose our Onyx Bishop, but like that's just an insane play. Can't pass that up. We'll just follow up with this on 5, probably. It's pretty slow. Oh, that's annoying. Gonna throw this out just to draw the card. We have like a bajillion cards in hand. So in other words, we don't need this body. I mean, we're gonna get another card back, which is cool, but we don't need the body, so. It also just seeds the Onyx Bishop next turn, maybe. Ooh, fancy. Maybe we just play this on 6, though. All of these get a little bit better. You know, the Onyx Bishop gets insane the more of these giant dudes we have. Alright, let's just go to town. That's bad, actually. That's really bad. We're gonna have to stall. We're just taking a lot of damage now. Silence anybody? Let's just play more big dudes. Screw it. If he doesn't stabilize here, we'll just kill him. Like, maybe we can get a taunt off free from Amber and just stabilize that way. He has 9 damage on board. Puts us at 17. We can always come back with heals, so I think we're okay to just go for value. He's going to trade into these minions anyway. Like, he's going to have to. Fireball ping, trade, or something. Like, you can buff this guy up quite a bit with trades, so he can figure out some math here that works out. Fireball ping. Oh, Fireland's portal ping is also good, or trade actually is probably better. Ooh, that's good. Frostbolt to stall this out again. Is he going to go face? No. He is going to go face. It's the right call. It's absolutely the right call. When he can freeze this out for so long. God, we might just lose. Because this guy just keeps getting bigger and bigger. I don't know what to do now. I think we have to try to hit something here. Alright, we're gonna... Guys. We're gonna take it slow. We're gonna, like, slow roll this, make him... He's gonna go get, like, some coffee or something. Gonna go take a nap. Then we're gonna pop Nuzdormu, and he's not gonna play in time, right? Ready? Ready? 3, 2, 1. And turn immediately. He's gonna not have time to react. He's, like, alt-tabbed. He's, like, looking... Oh, no. Instead, we're, like, dead. I just go face every time. Are we just actually dead? Man, he only had to play 1 card, too. That's annoying.
Hello.
So we're probably just dead to, like, Fireball, but there's a chance we can heal up with this. He has to trade. Ping's here if he has time. Ping face Frostbolt, we're dead. Shoot! Oh, wait, no! What? No way! What? Did he get it off? Oh, he got it off. No! 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 Alright, that's alright. 9 wins is good enough, and I gotta call it quits anyway, so that's okay. Actually, I shouldn't say 9 wins is okay. 9 wins is actually insane. It's really good for this deck. I'm pretty happy with our result. So let's see what we get. Good gold amount, really, for 9 wins. Let's see if the pack has anything particularly exciting. Yeah, double blue. Golden blue. Golden mana bind. That looks pretty sick. Okay, guys, so I gotta call it quits. Ran a little long for that beautiful Priest Arena, but it was a ton of fun. But as always, guys, thanks much for watching. Had a record number of viewers today, I think, for a Wednesday morning. So appreciate all the love. Appreciate all the new follows. Thanks, as always, for the bits and the donations and the kind words and the fun chat. I'll catch you guys tomorrow night, but you can check my schedule below the stream for all my future stream times. If you want to catch me again, if you had fun, always much appreciated. So, as always, thanks so much for watching, and until next time, game on.